But Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 90 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shaz's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money he earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, this surely turned into an easy bingo. Once ticked off across the board with charge toward, because his code can't be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch on why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machine. Snorting, burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if battery fun is shy, can't to see it powers make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before launching into a bike, pretending they're for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and fatty wife and all his strife, while forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react, but isn't act as a fact, as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Teaching's nearly over and a win is in sight, with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not light. We'll say alright, it is okay, and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here and welcome to DSP Bingo for what is today, Tuesday the 23rd of May 2023. I do hope you're all doing very well indeed. This will be Phil's final stream before his fucking much beloved day off. So yeah, I guess we should be expecting some last second begging to afford those day off activities and all that shit. So anyway, Phil's in his chat, as you can see. He's, awake, he's alert, and all that jazz, and he's just blathering away randomly in chats. Gage asked him randomly, Phil, do you think you're funny? I think it's a genuine question. There's no harm in asking people, do they think they're funny? But some people took it as some sort of troll question. Like, don't troll, we're here to have fun. It's a genuine question to ask a content creator, do you think you're funny? Like, if I was asked that, I would say I think I'm sometimes funny, but not all the time. I'm not a fucking comedian, you know what I mean? But I do like to try and make people laugh, you know what I mean? So I think sometimes I can be funny, whether to fucking laugh with or at. It is the nature of the fucking beast. But yeah, but imagine fucking Phil's audience immediately fucking taking this question, this random little question, Phil, do you think you're funny? And thinking to themselves, stop attacking Phil, stop being mean to Phil. No, it's a simple, innocent, wee question. Does Phil even think he is funny? And it's something that I'd actually be curious to see how he would answer that question himself. But yeah, the big news, of course, from yesterday was that the streak is over. DSP doxed, jinx, poor Ryan stopped contributing, and the streak is now over. If we go actually to the tips tracker, the recently updated tips tracker, by the way, Piece of Peace, has been working hard to try and get things updated once again. And the members, the fucking gifted memberships as well, are updated once more as well. Phil got $19 on that night stream last night, which ended the streak. The day stream saw him get $177, but the night stream saw him only get $19, so the streak officially ended as of last night. If you go to YouTube analysis, you can see that Phil has 460 gifted members. So the 783 members he has got, almost 60% of them are gifted to him. An insanely high number of gifted memberships there. And when they expire, when a lot of them will expire, if they don't get fucking renewed by a whale, then the simple truth of the matter is that they'll just fucking expire and Phil will fucking lose a lot of memberships and he'll drop back down to the 600s, 500s, maybe even 400s if he's fucking really unlucky. So there you fucking go. But yeah guys, as I said, this is a Piece of Pieces tips tracker, and he's updated this page as well, the daily summary page. So we can expect a big massive drop off of memberships coming up over the next couple of days. Would you look at this? This time last month, on the 24th of April, Phil was gifted 142 members. So Phil's going to have his day off tomorrow, right? And when he comes back from that day off, he's going to be down another 142 members. Out of nowhere. He's going to freak the fuck out. He's going to be like, guys, what's going on? Jesus Christ. So yeah, I am glad Piece updated it again once again. I just want to let you guys know as well that the tracker is now updated once again. So yeah, that's a daily summary page on the tips tracker that Piece curates. Anyway, let's spin this wheel and determine today's bingo card criteria, shall we? Please land on something good for us. Please be a good one. Schedule. Perfect. If there's one thing Phil fucking loves to talk about, it's his goddamn ridiculous schedule. Fantastic stuff indeed. So, guys, we need a number between 1 and 200. The very first number in chat I see will be the one I use for today's bingo card criteria. No strange stipulations, just the first number. The very first number in chat I see will be the one I use for today's bingo fun and games. 76 from Lionel, the very first one I saw. So we're going to go to the 76th bingo card, which has the word schedule in it. Okay, so this one here. So here we go. This is the card here we have on the right hand side. Phil to say you guys, him being defense mode, him saying you know what I mean, Q&A and tired, then Phil being randomly racist, him flailing his arms, him saying idiot, reality, and him pig swearing something. The third row is Phil's chair creaking, him being jealous of other YouTubers, him snorting, him saying time, and him messing with his phone. The fourth row is Phil doing a Y or a T pose, him saying voted, him standing up, him saying comment and schedule. And the fifth and final row is Phil having dead air, him saying tips, necessarily, engagement, and Twitter. I think it's a strong card. I think it's got a good chance. We were one away from a fourth consecutive full house last night. We were so close to 4 in a row. But sadly, our own streak ended things for us yesterday. It was brutal, it was cruel, it was highly unusual, but you know, it is what it is. We move on, we try again, you know. There's always today after all, so hopefully we can get back to winning ways today and we can get a full house on a good old bingo card. So I'll just save it very quickly, as I said, as we enjoy some quality Meerkat tune in the background there. That's a very robust tune going on right there, if I don't say so myself. Is there a separate box or percentile? Percentile is not a factor, I'm afraid. Percent is actually. Percent is one of the options. You can see on the left hand side there, the card that wasn't picked. Percent is a possibility. And if Phil would say percentile, and percent was one of the things that was to tick off, I would tick off percent if Phil said percentile. So, but yeah, percentile is not getting added. Nah, it's not getting its own special wee thing. So the card's been said, fantastic stuff indeed. Close that and close that. Oh, Phil's got a wee pinned message now. It's the end of the streaming week. Welcome to DSP Gaming, where chill vibes meet fun gameplay. Get a fucking fool me. Leave your drama at the door, respect others, and let's have a great time today. How about no, you fucking pig? Jesus Christ. Anyway. So, let me set up the bingo card and quickly go through some of the ways we can get some free spaces on this bingo card. So, first of all, if Phil snorts 25 times before he starts recording for gameplay for YouTube, that will be a free space. If Phil burps 10 times before he starts recording for gameplay for YouTube, that too will be a free space. If Phil blows bubbles for his dumbass audience for getting 100 likes before he starts recording for gameplay for YouTube, that too will be a free space. And if we get 100 likes on this very stream right here, that too will be a free space. And yeah, also as well as that, of course, there is the bubbles animation. Pixar Animation so very kindly made us. I just realised my fucking... Hold on. Why did this break? Phil's chat in the bottom corner broke. I had it set up earlier on, but for whatever fucking reason it seems to have just crapped out. I don't know why it's not working anymore. That's strange. I don't know why Phil's YouTube chat for me won't load. You should be able to see Phil's chat in the bottom corner there, but for whatever reason it doesn't want to load. I might have to do something different. Let me just try doing a couple other things here. Let me just click on that. Then click on that, and then try that, and then try that. There we go. Phil's fucking chat is now fucking visible. I don't know why it crapped. I mean, I had it set up earlier on, it was working earlier on, and it just didn't want to fucking load the thing, but there we go. You can now see Phil's chat under the bingo card. So, yeah, guys, as I said, there's a few different ways to get a few free spaces. Liking the stream is a good way to do it as well. If you get 100 likes on this very bingo stream, you guys can earn a free space as well as see the amazing Me Bubbles animation that Pix Animation so very kindly made for us. I found a random wee video earlier on. I went and searched on PigPigGo earlier on for Entitled, and I found this kind of interesting clip. It was like he says it 3 different times in 3 minutes in this one Warzone clip thing, so I thought I'd check it out.
Expand Dog said I didn't bring up the hat because of what you said about the vest earlier today. I actually appreciate that, Expand Dog, and I'll understand. What I said earlier today for clarification is that, you know, me putting on a vest or a hat or glasses, it should not be the end-all be-all of the stream. In particular, yesterday, the biggest critical event of the entire plot of God of War Ragnarok happened. And when it happened, I had people screaming at me because I didn't immediately put on the vest. I was like, guys, I'm paying attention to the fucking game. Like, do you want me to miss all the critical plot points because I'm in my closet putting on a vest like a fucking asshole? I only played the game for 60 hours. I think maybe I should pay attention to the plot, right? And you could tell it was people who were just trying to be dickheads. They didn't care about the game or the plot. They just wanted to harass me so that potentially I could lose enjoyment of the game after having played it that long. You know, it was a bunch of shitheads, quite frankly. You know, very entitled, very stupid the way that they were behaving. And it upset me because some of them were regulars. And I'm like, wow, how can you not discern the difference between there's a time and a place for this, right? Now, tonight I'm playing Warzone. Obviously, I was in the midst of a heated match. You know, I need to pay attention to the game. I appreciate you not screaming at me to put on the hat. At the same time, if there's definitely, you know, good opportunities for me to put it on, please let me know. I have really completely slipped my mind that I wasn't wearing it, and I want to give you guys what I owe you for your level of support. So thank you for that. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for getting me and what I was saying earlier today, and thank you for your patience. And now you get the Bender hat.
But wait, there's more.
Quite frankly, I was quite disappointed with a few of the people who were acting like that yesterday during God of War, because I really felt like they like my content and they should know better. They should know that when I'm playing a game for 55 hours and there's like a big critical point happening, that you should just chill the fuck out and let me enjoy the game, you know, and then later on be like, okay, calm down. Hey, can you put on the vest now? Instead of people literally, oh my God, it's been 10 minutes, still no vest, 10 minutes, no vest. What? Phil doesn't appreciate his fans. Phil doesn't this. I was like, shut the fuck up. Seriously, like, what kind of a whiny, entitled person can you be to say shit like that during the climax of the fucking story of the game, right? It's not like this is something that I do all the time, right? It's not like, oh, Phil always forgets and now, you know, he's just infamous for not caring. It's not the case at all. You know, a rare occurrence where I'm really just trying to focus in on what's going on because I felt like it was such an important part. You had a character who literally was you know, in life or death danger. And this was not someone with plot armor, you know, and I'm like, oh shit, this is so important what's going on. And I'm trying to pay attention to the plot and forget my bearings and everything. You know, it was quite shocking when it happened. And you gotta have these entitled people. Oh, where's the vest? Where is it? Like, holy fuck, dude. Just seriously shut up.
So yeah, as I said, I just randomly searched Entitled on PigPigGo, and I found that wee rant, which wasn't actually that long ago. This was from 4 months ago. Scroll down here, it tells you it's the 3rd of January 2023. So it's probably more like the 2nd of January, because obviously this is like UK upload date for me. So I believe it's when he was playing on the 2nd of January 2023. Start of a brand new year. And Phil has been an absolutely toxic piece of shit towards everyone because they had the audacity to fucking ask for a goddamn reward. Apparently, emotes are kind of broken a little bit across YouTube, by the way. Oh, hello. Phil has been challenged on... Phil's talking about his money. Look at Phil talking about money. I'm certainly not broke, but I'm also not able to frivolously spend at this time. So maybe later in the year, depending on how stuff goes. it would certainly be nice. He's talking about a new PC, by the way. So if we go full screen here, let you guys see a chat. You know, and obviously there's like discussion about Phil and like gaming PCs. Phil, we're getting a new PC, says Sally. And other people are discussing the PC kind of thing as well, saying Dave Ryan says he isn't broke, but PCs are expensive, and Phil said he spent a good bit of money on bills. Which is true, that's what Phil said. And DSP saying I'm certainly not broke, but I'm also not able to afford to spend, blah, blah, blah. But it would be nice, that's what he's saying. Kat is at work apparently. Kat has recovered from a fucking massive allergy attack, and she's gone back to fucking work. You could tell Phil was rattled that Kat came home early because of fucking allergies yesterday. He was not best pleased that the fucking schedule had to deviate, and he fucking had to fucking have no, you know, he couldn't have Jasper all to himself like usual to roam about the fucking place. One of the saddest parts of that fucking podcast yesterday was Phil going back into his room and very slowly and depressingly closing the door over to keep Jasper out. Because usually if Kat's away, he would keep that door open so Jasper can come in and say hi and all that shit, and Phil can reply to Kat. But nah. Jesus fucking Christ, man. It's a good point, you know. It's a very strange way for Phil to word it. Well, you know, for Phil saying, well, Kat is at work, so I certainly hope she's doing better. You didn't ask? You didn't see how she... I'm so fucking confused. Why would you not fucking check in with your significant other, right? You know, she's your wife. You didn't ask her how the fuck she's doing. You just assume all is well. You didn't ask anything. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Phil was questioning why he would need Windows support. What the fuck? Tuckerson says it definitely isn't frivolous since they stopped support for Windows 8 and the business would be down if you were ever to need that support. And Phil responded, why on earth would I need Windows support? Lol. I mean, yeah, Prophet, make of that what you will. So that Phil responds to this comment here from Phil. He's responding to Tuckerson right here. That was what the response is all about there. And I mean, and Tuck responded, I don't leave anything to chance of my business. I depend on my income, so I make sure to cross my T's and dot my I's. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a very responsible thing to do. It's just, yeah, Phil, if something happens to his fucking Windows 8 computer, he is boned. He is fucked. Jesus Christ, man. But yeah, so we're just waiting for Phil to start the show, essentially. I'm going to turn up the detractor tunes. You guys can enjoy some high quality detractor music while we wait for Phil to properly go live.
Dipped the pitas in the hummus, and that was delicious. Robust, insanely flavorful chicken. It's not dry. It's freaking robust. Give me this dipping sauce, garlic infused dipping sauce. Robust. I will tell you guys is thus. Robust. Robust. They give their rice, which is the seasoned rice. The tastes again. It tastes kind of different from other cultures' rices. It has peas and carrots, but it's also got this unique seasoning in it that's really good. And then also a side salad, which was like lettuce, tomato, onion, robust, insanely flavorful chicken. It's not dry. It's freaking robust. Give me this dipping sauce, garlic infused dipping sauce. Robust. I will tell you guys is thus. Robust. Robust. Robust.
As you can see, Phil's got to be in the show right now. He's got his little fucking bumper ready to fucking go. And we need to fucking brace ourselves because Phil might or might not have a... Oh, wait, well, okay, hold on. He has something to say before he begins the fucking show. How fucking exciting is that, everyone, eh? Fucking woo.
What's up, everyone? It's the end of my streaming week, and on today's show, we're going to be talking all about cool ideas for my next upcoming major stream event, as well as some cool gaming news and other things. See you in just a sec.
That sounds awful. So you really had nothing to fucking... There's nothing to tell. He's meant to try and introduce the fucking show. No, hold the fuck on here. Hold the fuck on. What substance was there to fucking gain from that? Wait, what? Hold on. What is actually the show about then? Let's listen to him again.
What's up, everyone? It's the end of my streaming week, and on today's show, we're going to be talking all about cool ideas for my next upcoming major stream event.
Okay, so basically he's going to fucking use a chat and have them be forced to fucking come up with an actual fucking idea for him to fucking monetize next event. That's essential. So basically the show's going to be about demanding his chat come up with good ideas for him to monetize, okay? That's one part of the show apparently. What else?
As well as some cool gaming news and other things. See?
Cool gaming news and other things. You're so fucking vague, Phil. That is not a good introduction to the fucking show. That would make me change a fucking channel if I was seeing that shit on TV. If I'm channel surfing and I saw a fucking introduction to a fucking show, I would just fucking move the fuck on. Jesus Christ, Phil. Anyway, we have built up some speed up juice. So fucking hooray for that. Some speed up juice has been earned, but I won't use it just now. We need to build it a wee bit more, and then we'll use it properly. So.
Alright, everyone. So, welcome. It is Tuesday, the 23rd of May, 2023. Welcome to the Level 1 Podcast. I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to my final consecutive streaming day of the week. Indeed, today is the end of my week. Tomorrow is my day off from streaming, which will be very, very, very much appreciated. Last week, my day off was incredibly hectic. I was running around, basically gathering resources for my big marathon that happened this last weekend, as well as doing other various shopping trips and getting caught up on errands. This week should be a much more laid-back week for me, where I get to relax with my family for about at least half the day, which would be nice. So, certainly I'm looking forward to that after the very hectic and busy streaming week that we just had. Today is a great show because today I'll be discussing various different news stories that have come out. Few, not too many, but 3 or 4. And then on top of that, I have some ideas after having this awesome marathon, the Fight and Feast event that happened over the weekend. We talked yesterday a little bit about what should the next event be. And, you know, I had some ideas over the course of yesterday. I actually spoke with my wife, Kat, overnight. We actually came up with some ideas. So, I'd like to discuss that with you guys on today's show, okay? Outside of that, we'll be jumping back into Zelda today, which I'm very excited for. And the good news here is we are also at the very, very end of Oblivion. One more stream and Oblivion will be concluded, which means we'll then have a little bit of extra time in the schedule.
Yeah. Money. Oh, money. Yeah. Money.
Thank you very much, Black Mage, for the super chat. It says, I slept 3 hours last night, so I'm using Phil like melatonin. Good night. Well, Black Mage, I'll try not to be too fucking noisy. I don't want to fucking randomly fucking wake you up from your peaceful slumber with random noises like this. So yeah, I'll do my best to keep it down just for you, pal, okay? No worries, man. Cheers for super chat.
One more stream and Oblivion will be concluded, which means we'll then have a little bit of extra time in the schedule for at least 1 week to do something else, and whether that means the return of Elden Ring or that means putting more time into the games that I'm playing, such as, you know, Zelda and Star Wars, that's going to be good as well. So, a lot to talk about on today's show, but first of all, thank you all for an amazing and great streaming week. It really was a good one, the good variety of stuff, you know, making good progress both in Star Wars, and now we're going to play Zelda again. Good progress in Oblivion to the point where we're at the end of the game now. Final Fantasy V, and of course, the very special event that happened on Sunday, the Fight and Feast. If you didn't have a chance to watch any of that content yet, I strongly recommend you give it a look because it was strong, man. It was one of my better marathons, and people had a great time. It was all good, right? All good. What we should do today is kind of reassess where we are with everything so that everyone kind of has a perspective on, all right, what's coming up in the next week because, you know, maybe I've gotten to the end of certain projects and games, and what will we be doing soon because new stuff is right around the corner, and obviously we want to be ready for it, right? So first of all, you may have noticed some new artwork everywhere. As a result of me doing the Fight and Feast event over the weekend, I now have me dressed as Ryu and I made that my avatar on Twitter. I actually started, well, I have various different pieces of artwork that have been created, and one of them is like Ryu versus Ken, but it's me and my 2 Ryu and Ken outfits, which is kind of nice. And so I put that up as my Twitter banner, and I also started using that on my daily schedule, and I'm going to have that integrated into other things as well. All right, so I'm basically going into fighting game mode at this point. You know, Street Fighter 6 is right around the corner, just a little over a week later, or a week from now, I should say. And so I'm getting hyped. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm starting to get really hyped. Because the thing is, even though I know, I'm being transparent as I could possibly be with my audience here. I know I'm not going to be competitively great at this game. I really have no intentions of being competitively great at Street Fighter 6. I have no aspirations to be a tournament level player or someone who every time I go online I'm going to be absolutely dominating people. But the game has a wide variety of characters and play styles. The game has what appears to be a pretty strong single player story mode, plus a bunch of online modes that could be really well executed. Even if I'm not a tournament level player, I feel like I would be able to put out good entertaining content for my audience. All right, and I know that I have an audience of people who like to see mainstream video games, but also people that like fighting games, and some people who like both. There's a crossover there. So being that, unlike all the Street Fighter content that I've put out over the last many years that was all retro Street Fighter, this is modern Street Fighter. This might actually interest more people because it is the newest game, you see. So I'm getting like really pumped and excited for the launch of Street Fighter 6 and all the content I'll be putting out for that game. And so that's why you're seeing, avatars are changing and everything is going on. It's pretty fun. So yeah, that's great. It's coming up, and I just want to say also thank you so much for basically a drama-free week. As we head into a new week, it's been nice that this week was a very calm one, even though people, again, they try to come in, they try to cause problems. Didn't work. Great, drama-free, no nonsense. Let's relax. Let's have games. Let's have a good interactive time style vibes here, which is exactly what I want on my channel. I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you for those who are supporting that. Of course, every day, you get people coming in who are...
Oh, hold on. Did he just say idiots? Like a minute ago there. I'm sorry, I need to shut this.
And so that's why you're seeing, avatars are changing and everything is going on. It's pretty fun. So yeah, that's great. It's coming up, and I just want to say also thank you so much for basically a drama-free week. As we head into a new week, it's been nice that this week was a very calm one, even though people, again, they try to come in, they try to cause problems. Didn't work. Great, drama-free, no nonsense. Let's relax. Let's have games. Let's have a good interactive time style vibes here.
Good interactive time style vibes. That was a fucking mouthful. I need to fucking wrap my head around that one again. I didn't say idiot yet, by the way. But just to hear that again.
No nonsense. Let's relax. Let's have games. Let's have a good interactive time style vibes here, which is exactly what I want on my channel. I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you for those who are supporting that. Of course, every day, you get people coming in who are stupid idiots, and they try to derail everything, whatever, and I just do my best to try to ignore that nonsense. And that's what we do. That's what we do here on the channel. It's not about everyone from the outside trying to derail with a bunch of their kiddie bullshit. It's about us having good times with games and chill vibes and great interaction and good social discussion and me petting Jasper Kitty, who has shown up. So yesterday, we had a little bit of a monkey wrench thrown into our plans. My wife was at work, and when my wife is at work during the daytime, Jasper Kitty is able to join us here on the streams. So he was here for the podcast, which was nice. And then I started playing Star Wars, but within like an hour of me playing Star Wars, all of a sudden my wife returned home, and I was like, what the? Like, she wasn't supposed to be home.
That's not how it fucking happened, Phil. It happened during the podcast. No, it literally happened during the podcast because we were here for it. This covers Bingo only, and we witnessed it happening during Bingo. Why pretend that it fucking only happened during gameplay? How drunk are you today, Phil? Jesus Christ, it wasn't even 24 hours ago. Holy fuck.
For many hours later, and come to find out, she was really not feeling good. Her allergies have kicked into high gear. This last week we had unprecedented record high heat here in Washington, and it made everything bloom. So when everything bloomed, it basically hit her real hard, and she's been dealing with these allergies all week. So basically the night before, she got almost no sleep, which I didn't know. I was asleep, and she got almost no sleep. had to go to work, went to work, and basically felt terrible. And her boss
You really should fucking talk to each other more. You know, you're fucking married. You don't talk to each other about how you fucking sleep.
told her to actually just go home and take some sick time because she didn't look good. So she ended up coming home early and relaxing all day yesterday, trying to feel better. Good news is, from my knowledge, she's better. Like, the allergies got kicked out of her system. And
What do you mean, my knowledge? Have you fucking asked her? Holy fucking shit, Phil. How often do you actually fucking talk to Kat? He is acting like she's a fucking stranger. What the hell are we fucking listening to here? This is so fucking weird. I need to hear this again. Where the fuck's Steve out there when you fucking need him to fucking psychoanalyze this shit?
hour of me playing Star Wars, all of a sudden my wife returned home, and I was like, what the? Like, she wasn't supposed to be home for many hours later. And come to find out, she was really not feeling good. Her allergies had kicked into high gear. This last week we had unprecedented record high heat here in Washington, and it made everything bloom. So when everything bloomed, it basically hit her real hard, and she's been dealing with these allergies all week. So basically the night before, she got almost no sleep, which I didn't know. I was asleep, and she got almost no sleep. Had to go to work, went to work, and basically felt terrible. And her boss told her to actually just go home and take some sick time because she didn't look good. So she ended up coming home early and relaxing all day yesterday, trying to feel better. Good news is, from my knowledge, she's better. Like, the allergies got kicked out of her system, and she took allergy meds, and I think she got a good night's rest. She's at work today. So now Jasper Kitty should be able to be here for the whole stream today. If things change, I'll let you know. You know, typically he's here a couple days a week to join us, and we like having him on the stream. He likes to jump on my lap, jump on the chair, be silly, and here he is. Want to see him? Jasper Kitty. Oh, he doesn't want to be held. Look at that. I got you. What are you doing? What are you kicking for?
Shut up, bitch!
He doesn't like being held like that. Let's put him down. He's like, how dare you? He likes being... The traditional way to hold a cat is you put your one arm under their front legs, or their front, you know, arms, and then you put another arm under their butt. So it's almost like you're like swaddling them in your arms. That's the proper way to hold a cat, and he loves that, right, Jasper? And he also loves when Cat picks him up, and she'll put him over her shoulder like this and like pet him like this. He loves that. But if you try to pick him up to show him off, oh, he hates that. No, there's no Lion King presentation to the people down underneath the cliff. You can't do that with Jasper. He'll get very upset with you. Like, how dare you do that to me? So anyway, so Jasper, will you be in here the whole day, or are you going to be in and out? What do you think?
I'm sorry, with all of that, with my disbelief of Phil not even bothering to ask his fucking wife how she's doing, did Phil mention the word tired at all there? Like, he mentioned the fact that, you know, Cast wasn't sleeping fucking well whatsoever, but did Phil mention the word tired at all? Or did we somehow fucking not get a tired in there?
Oh, that's right, he can't talk. I forget sometimes. I mean, he does talk to me, but he meows. And, you know, he doesn't say, oh, he's going to start chewing wires already. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not going to start chewing wires already. You're going to get me upset. You're going to get me upset.
Alright, you wee fucking bitch. I'm going 1.25. I've had enough of this fucking pig.
Okay. So anyway, he'll be in and out here. Cool. Now, let's talk. First of all, it is official. The support streak of 20 straight streams ended last night. I'm not surprised. With the insane amount of support that came out during the Fight and Feast Marathon on Sunday, it was definitely going to be ending at some point soon. And what's funny about that is, yesterday, on the main gameplay stream, which was Star Wars, it continued, and it had nothing to do with Jinx. Jinx was the person who had started this streak, was coming in with giant tips almost every stream. And I would say maybe out of the 20 straight streams we did, probably about 17 of those streams were championed by him, while there was probably 3 or 4 streams that were everyone else, and he wasn't really involved. But definitely during the Fight and Feast, oh my freaking god, he massively supported that stream in such a huge way. He was gifting memberships. He was doing ginormous tips to get me to drink shots of tequila and everything. And of course, that was kind of like the Hail Mary. And he got tapped out, and he even said yesterday, yeah, I'm not going to be contributing anymore at this point. You know, I'm tapped out. And we still hit the goal on the first stream, which was absolutely amazing. All right. But then finally last night, as we were playing Oblivion, it finally cooled down. Still had a great stream. We still had good attendance, good engagement, you know, decent support. We had good super chats and memberships. But the tips finally calmed down. And we did not hit any of the goals of the tips last night, which is perfectly fine. And finally, the streak came to an end. So now the good thing is, you know, thank you. Because here's the thing. There's people who always want to be up in my personal business. And immediately when the streak started, oh my God, where's all that money going and what's this going? First of all, it's no one's business. Absolutely no one's business whatsoever where any money goes that I make on this stream. All right? I could be spending it for great things. I could be spending it for frivolous things. I could be donating it to charity, or I could be fronting it to a drug ring out in Brazil. It's none of anyone's business. It doesn't...
Phil, this would be true if only you wouldn't fucking ask your audience daily for fucking money to fucking help you fucking live. Jesus Christ, man. No. It would be nobody's fucking business if you didn't fucking put the responsibility of your fucking livelihood on your audience's shoulders.
Doesn't matter. And you have no right to ask what anyone does with any money that they make on a stream. It's none of your fucking business.
This is, yeah, I'm classing this as defense mode. This is absolutely fucking defense mode. This fucking little piggy's pissing me off today already.
Even by asking that, you're breaking the rules of the stream. And if I see people talking about that kind of crap in my chat, you will receive a permanent ban. Just so you know. It's none of your business whatsoever. Now, some people have already started to say things like, well, Phil buy a new PC and we'll Phil do this or we'll Phil do that. All right. I'll give you a little bit of transparency as much as I can without essentially getting too personal. All right. The good news is I now have a little bit of a surplus because this has been, you know, a week and a half essentially of over-the-top support. By the way, on my normal streams, I would still get good support, but this is just above and beyond that, okay? So I have a little bit of a surplus. Already, I can tell you I put some of that towards monthly bills where I paid forward a little bit more on some bills to kind of clear me and get me a little bit in a better position, all right? So that's number one. That already some of it's gone to very important things. I do have a little bit of a surplus that I'm purposefully saving. That way, if something happens, let's say, for example, oh my God, there's my car breaks down, or a piece of equipment breaks, or something goes wrong, and I need some money to do something, I have it. That is the pitfall of having basically little to no credit, is, you know, having a bankruptcy many years ago, that, you know, I don't have the same abilities as everybody else. You know, I don't have just money to charge or spend on a whim, but now I'll have a little bit of extra, which is nice. It's nice to have that flexibility. This will also take a little bit of pressure off of the next several months when I'm going to start buying lots of new games and everything. It won't be really a concern that I have to invest that money back into the business because I have that flexibility. But the truth is, I don't need to be telling you this. I really don't. It's literally none of anyone's business what any content creator or streamer does with money that they've raised. It's just that people on the internet are scumbags to me. They've made so many things up about me and said so many nonsensical things about me that are complete bullshit or based, again, on a nugget of truth that they turn into an insane conspiracy with no factual substantiation, that people will literally question every little thing I do. Like, for example, if today I was going to play Zelda and I picked...
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Yeah, very much to Cody Taylor for a super chat. It says, mark this time down for the day he emergency begs. Good fucking point. Remember the date? 23rd of May, 2023. Phil claims he has money in reserve for an emergency.
Thing I do. Like, for example, if today I was going to play Zelda and I picked up my controller and you noticed it's a white controller, people will be like, wait a minute, what's that? He didn't have that controller before. He had a black Pro controller. Why is he playing with a white controller? Where did he get it from? How much was it? Where was the money spent? You see what I mean? It's insane. These people are fucking nuts. That's not normal behavior. That's obsessive behavior.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Warren for a super chat, who says, if it's my money, then it is my business. Excellent fucking point. Most content creators are not fucking begging their audience day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, decade after decade to fucking keep supporting them, to pay their bills, to fucking get them through in life. Phil has fucking got a sort of fucking business model, but he is actively a begging model. He is operating to his audience that fucking keeps him afloat. That's a simple truth of the matter. So because it's his audience that he relies on so heavily to fucking keep him afloat, because he turns to them on a regular basis, turns to them and tells them, guys, support slow. Guys, please pick things up. Guys, please, it'd be great to fucking wear a hat. It'd be great to wear a vest, and so on and so on. Naturally, you can't just fucking go act like that to your audience and then tell them it's none of their fucking business what happens with their money you've been fucking begging for the last 2 fucking hours.
You see what I mean? It's insane. These people are fucking nuts. That's not normal behavior. That's obsessive behavior in a very toxic way. And this is what I deal with every day of my life. So please understand, that's why I don't reveal more about my personal life. That's why I don't do house tours. That's why I don't do all this shit. These people are actually crazy and have latched themselves onto me in a very negative way in order to propagate that crazy conspiracy and toxicity. Okay? So, absolutely not. I'm not telling you everything I'm doing with anything that I raised there in that week and a half of amazing support. But, you know, was it enough to...
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Give Irish D-Dog for a super chat. It says it's not like super chats and memberships not coming through either. Oh wait, they are. Precisely. You fucking go to the fucking touch. By the way, why is he saying it's only been a week and a half? He's trying to insinuate it's only been 10 fucking days. Well, I guess technically, in the grand scheme of things, you know, this was 10 separate. Actually, it's 11. It was longer than that. Not Phil. A week and a half. It started on the 11th of May. It's now the 23rd of May, so it ended on the 22nd, essentially. But Phil, this is not this was not just a small little bit extra money. Like, look how much fucking money Phil got in these last $4,787. That is an insane amount of tips in such a short amount of time. It is an insane amount of money. And now he's got his fucking money. He can fucking look how fucking aggressive he is towards his audience. How fucking dare people try and question what I do with that fucking money that you guys so generously fucking gave me. What a fucking piece of shit. Imagine being that fucking toxic to the fucking audience after all that fucking amazing positive, you know, the streak, but a 20 streak stream of vests and hats, and it was amazing. Fuck off. And of course, that's only fucking tips. Look at all those gifted memberships as well. Actually, we can. Look at all these gifted memberships that happened throughout. All these happened here. All these fucking ones happened here.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Warren for the super chat. He says he's totally gaslighting. He's totally an arsehole. That's what he's fucking totally... Nah, he is. The obnoxiousness, the money buff is still high, it's still on, and he just feels so fucking superior to fucking everyone. Like, because he got all his fucking support lately, he's riding that fucking money high, and how fucking dare anyone question what he fucking does with the money. Never mind the fact that he fucking basically forces his audience to fucking give him money in order for him to fucking just do what he fucking does every day anyway.
Okay, so, absolutely not. I'm not telling you everything I'm doing with anything that I raised there in that week and a half of amazing support. But, you know, was it enough to completely change my life? No. This is a week and a half of a little bit of extra support every day, essentially, which is nice and will help in the long term. But it's certainly not something that's, oh my God, it blew me out, it feels completely good forever. No, that's not the case. You know, just like anything, I'm going to stream every day, and I'm going to have goals, and I'm going to hope to hit those goals. And if I don't hit them, yeah, if I don't hit them several days in a row, it hurts. It hurts to not be raising the goals that you've set for your business. You know, there's an established amount that I look to make every day or two, because that's essentially what I need to do things like do the necessities, pay the bills and everything, right? So, yeah, and it's funny because then people are like, oh, you see, so he's been so good that he doesn't need any support forever. Like, you're an asshole. Like, how do you not understand how life works, right? That's like saying you were walking down the street, you found a $100 bill, so now you don't need to get paid for the next 2 weeks of work when you go to work. Like, what? It's just stupid talk. Anyway, so, the streak is done. For now. Will we ever have another streak? Perhaps. These things come and go. I'm incredibly grateful to Jinx for getting it started, to everyone else who contributed in any way during this streak. Thank you so very much. I hope those of you, because a ton of gifted memberships came out of this. We started in the low 500s of memberships a week and a half ago, and now we're up to 780, and we were over 800, and then about 25, 30 expired overnight. So that's what I mean. Like, a lot of people have benefited from this, and that's a great thing. I hope you all enjoy your gifted memberships. In particular, when Street Fighter 6 comes out, it's going to be pretty hyped to have the membership enabled here. You know what I mean? So, thank you so much for that. And now let's move forward positively. And thank you, Jinx, and everyone else, but thank you particularly, Jinx, who got that started and continued that for quite some time. Okay, now we move on. Let's talk about the schedule, shall we? So today, it is time for more Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Last time around, as we were exploring the map, we did the entire Wind Dungeon, right? The first major dungeon of the game. And then we head back to the depths, and down in the depths, we did a boss fight and unlocked the ability to do quick building. And what that means, excuse me, essentially is once you've already built something in the game, you can now use this schematic blueprint book or whatever it is to rebuild it instantly without even needing the components. I guess you got to use some like building materials. I think it's actually the charge crystals that we've been gathering the whole game. Jasper, what you doing on my lap? Jasper Kitty. Jasper Kitty.
Nope.
He won't talk. I'm trying to get him to talk. He won't talk. Why do you always clam up? He never did. He only talked once ever on stream. He will never talk on this stream for some weird reason. Anyway, so we're still in the depths. We're still underground. Now, I don't know if you guys want me to continue on. I've heard that the underground dungeon can take about an hour. Basically, it's exploring the depths and solving kind of these like puzzles and following directions. And eventually, I guess it leads to some good rewards. It's up to you if you like me to do that. I could do that today. We're down there. Or if you'd like me to return to the surface and begin with more open world exploration, we can do that. Essentially, what I would say is give me some ideas because we've already explored Northwest. So maybe I go back to Point Lookout, which is the main base camp, and then you guys pick a direction for me to go because there's 3 more: Northeast, Southeast, or Southwest. Okay? You know, let me know what you want to do. I'm up to you. I'm open. This game is an open game, so you can kind of do whatever you want in any order, and I'm down for whatever you guys are interested in. Okay? So there you go. Cool. So that's today's main stream of Zelda. As you know, Zelda has chill vibes, interaction. It's an open world game with exploration, so it's fun in that regard. I think it's going to be a more laid-back, fun stream for everybody. Okay? Now, on the late stream tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, it'll be time for Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster. We are now in the final third of the game, and we already did the first very challenging dungeon. It was tough because you only had 3 party members, and we got it done, and now we're going to head further into the game, and I don't remember the order of things going on. I just know that this final part of the game is very challenging, but it's fun because you start unlocking a lot of job abilities and everything as well. So it should be a great stream, especially if you like the old school stuff. So join me tonight for that on the late stream, okay? Tomorrow I am off from streaming, all right? And I hope you'll have a safe and fun day. You'll have ample opportunity now to get caught up on all the different stuff. For example, all the playthroughs I've been doing. The Fight and Feast marathon event that happened over the weekend. There's content here on the channel, including 2 classic runs in Classic Street Fighter, as well as a Fantasy Battle Royal. Over on DSP Reacts, every single day there's new content over there. We've already had the Yang's curry fish balls recipe from the Street Fighter cookbook. We've had the tier maker ranking of all the different fighting games ranked against each other. I think this morning is actually Yoon's chicken baozi recipe taste test. I think that's what went live this morning. And then I think tomorrow would be when I ate the Jersey Mike sub. And then I think after that, there's another vlog too. So there's a lot of videos coming out over on DSP Reacts over the week for you to check out. All right. Or anything else, you know, just get caught up. I hope you have a good, safe day. Remember, if you watch the content and you enjoy it, please give it a like. Please leave some comments. That engagement really helps the channel. Understand that all the comments need to be approved, so your comment won't show up right away. But I promise you, I systematically review my comments several times a day to make sure everyone's comments show up on the videos, okay? I'll be back on Thursday.
Who fucking cares? We have our first bingo of the game because Phil said comment. 1 down, 7 to fucking go. We're going after a fucking full house today, right before Phil's precious fucking day off. He has pissed me off so much today already that I really fucking hope we get it. Because I want to fucking make this worthwhile.
And on Thursday, it is time to continue and press on with all these playthroughs. So it'll be Star Wars Jedi Survivor on the first stream. When we finished yesterday, it said we're 49% through the game. However, I think that's factoring in all of the side content, okay? So, if we're in story-wise, I actually think we're more than halfway through the story. I think someone said that yesterday. They said, yeah, you're more than halfway through the story, and if you just focus on the story, you don't really explore, you'll probably beat it in a few more streams. So that's a good thing. Tomorrow night, or excuse me, Thursday night on the late stream, we are finishing Oblivion. It is absolutely official. The Oblivion playthrough will conclude on Thursday night. All we have left to do is the ginormous Oblivion Gate fight. And then after that, it's the finale. So that might not even take 2 hours. And we get to wrap up that 5.5 month playthrough. That should be fun to finally wrap that up, okay? Friday, more Zelda. And on Friday night, more Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster. Saturday, it's my React day. DSP versus the internet over on my React channel, DSP Reacts. And so, we'll be watching clips from all over the internet that the channel members over there have nominated. Saturday night, it's going to be whatever you want. And here's what I mean by that. Once we wrap up Oblivion, I'm going to set up a poll on the channel. Would you prefer if I take these extra night streams to A, bring back Elden Ring, B, play more Star Wars Jedi Survivor, or C, play more Zelda? I'm down for whatever. Whatever you guys want, I'll do. That all sounds good to me, okay? So, you know, based on what you want, that's what we'll do. So we'll probably do a poll probably like Friday into Saturday to determine what those late night streams will be, and go from there. You know, Elden Ring is on hiatus, does not have to come back right now. It can come back whenever we have time for it. And it might even make more sense to hold off Elden Ring until we have substantial time to finish the game, rather than me bringing it back, only doing a stream or two, and then having it on hiatus again. So, let's see. Let's see what you guys kind of vote for, and go from there, all right? But that'll be Saturday night, and then basically Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, major progress. Now, Sunday night, Trying to think. No, we're not into June yet. Okay, Sunday night we're not into June yet. Okay, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday will all be double stream days of main gameplay of the newer game on the main stream, and the night stream something retro, whether it's Final Fantasy V or maybe it'll be Elden Ring, unless you want more of those other games. So we'll see. But it's going to be a big major push this week to get as far in all of these games as possible, and maybe even wrap up more than one. You know, if I really make a push, maybe we can finish Jedi Survivor, or maybe we can finish Final Fantasy V. I don't know, but it depends on what we really focus on and push for, whatever we're closest to, I guess. But that's my focus. So what does that mean? It means no, there is no Ask the King Q&A show this month. Normally it would have been every other month and it would have been the end of May. It makes no sense to do that right now. We need to make as much push as we can in these games before all the new games hit in June. So that's why we're not doing that. Number two, I'm not playing the Lord of the Rings Gollum game. At this point, I've determined it makes absolutely no sense to be buying and starting to play new games in the rotation at this point when I've got so much on the horizon that we're trying to get to and finish stuff before. So no, there will not be a Lord of the Rings Gollum playthrough either, at least at this point. If it ends up being a good game and people are interested in seeing it in the future, I wouldn't be against it. But for now, the answer is no, okay? All right, so that's what's going on there. Now, there is one other thing that we have to talk about, and that is the success of the Fight and Feast event. You guys loved it. You guys gave me so much positive feedback telling me we loved the Fight and Feast. We liked that it was a variety of stuff. You know, you were dressed up, you were acting, you know, silly and fun, having a good time with us, lots of interaction. There was gameplay, and the gameplay was appreciated, but the fact that it wasn't all gameplay was great. The fact that I balanced the gameplay with tier maker and other recipes and things was perfect. Everyone liked the balance. It kept it moving, kept it fresh the whole stream, and no one was ever feeling kind of bored. And, you know, that's why people came and enjoyed and supported in the way that they did. And let's be honest, it also made a good variety of content for the channels for the week. That's good that it made so much content that we've got content every day now as a result of this event. So, breaking off of that, okay, or I should say following up on that momentum, I asked you guys yesterday, would you prefer a long-form React event, or would you prefer another themed gaming-style event, okay, for the next one? And after we talked a little bit, it seems like you guys wanted another themed event. It seems like these events are fun. You wanted to see another one. So I started brainstorming in my head, and I'm like, well, is there anything coming up topical that I could do? Any particular games? We just did Street Fighter. Or is there anything like time-wise, holiday-wise? And then it hit me. I was like, so what's the next major holiday here in the United States? Well, it's going to be the 4th of July, which is our National Independence Day. It's a huge event here in the United States. And traditionally, here's how people celebrate. They meet with friends and family. They drink beer and or liquor all day. They cook out and have big family get-togethers with a lot of food and fun. And usually they have like fireworks and all kinds of stuff like that. Okay? So, since that's the case, okay, get rid of a troll. Since that...
Hey, go on, Phil. Invite all your fucking friends and family to your fucking precious snort fort and enjoy an amazing 4th of July fucking holiday celebration together. Fucking live stream that shit. We're going to set up fireworks in our fucking yard and share our fucking family recipes. No, wait a second. Wait, hold on a second. He has no fucking friends. His family are fucking across the goddamn country and don't want to fucking fly out and see him. There's nobody for him to fucking share this great holiday with. Jesus Christ, man, what depressing fucking... I love how he fucking made sure to describe and explain what traditionally happens on the 4th of July for most Americans, and then there's Phil, who is definitely not a typical American. One more time, Phil, explain what the average American would do to enjoy a 4th of July compared to what you're going to do.
And traditionally, here's how people celebrate. They meet with friends and family. They drink beer and or liquor all day. They cook out and have big family get-togethers with a lot of food and fun. And usually they have like fireworks and all kinds of stuff like that. Okay? So, since that's the case, okay, get rid of a troll. Since that's the case, I started brainstorming, and I'm like, well, let me look into this. First of all, what if I wanted to do an actual 4th of July event? And I looked into it, and there's two things that came up in my mind. First of all, the 4th of July is a Tuesday. And I'm like, doing a marathon on a Tuesday, you're probably not going to get as many people, right? Simply because it's not a weekend. You probably want to do a marathon on a weekend when more people can show up. And in addition, the 4th of July is a national holiday, and I know if I actually do a marathon event on the actual date of the holiday, less people will show up, because a lot of people will want to be celebrating that holiday with their family and friends on that day.
Why won't you?
Okay? So like, if I have a 4th of July marathon on the 4th of July, probably we'll have less attendance, and people will be like, why are you doing it on that day when we're going to be busy doing our real-life celebrations, okay? In addition, if you guys remember, during the Fight and Feast event, one of the major positive components that we had is that my wife, Kat, cooked. She cooked 3 different recipes for the show that were all from the Street Fighter cookbook. And each one was a little different and unique, and they were actually very fun for her to make and for me to try on stream. They added good variety of content, and you guys are going to see one of them is live on DSP Reacts, and the other two are going live over this week. You guys are going to see it's pretty cool stuff, all right? So she is like gung-ho, wants to participate in future marathon events like this. So I said to her, what do you think about an event based around Independence Day? And she was like, that would be neat. She's like, because what I could do is I could look up all these recipes online of American food. Maybe I can make you some specialty slider burgers. Maybe I can make like a big side, like a macaroni salad with a bunch of extra ingredients and things to kick it up. Maybe I could do a big dessert at the end. Maybe I could like bake something or whatever as a big American dessert or whatever, right? And I was like, yeah, that would be great. Can you imagine that? Me trying like homemade gourmet burgers, right? And you know, all this stuff. I mean, that would be great. I'm not saying that's exactly what we're doing, but these are just some ideas. Maybe she could do some slow cooker food, some barbecue chicken or pork or something like that, and we could have these various recipes that I tried during the course of the day, just like we did in the Fight and Feast, right? That could be pretty neat, right? So she's all for it, and then that kind of reinforced, because you typically, not every week, but typically Kat works every Monday, Tuesday, and then sometimes she works other shifts during the week if she can pick up other shifts or whatever. So if she's working every Monday, Tuesday, and they're offering her to work on Tuesday, July 4th, she's absolutely going to want to work it because it's a holiday and she'll get paid extra. So it's like, yeah, she's going to want to work on that Tuesday, July 4th. So once again, another reason to not do the next big marathon event on the actual holiday, because she wouldn't be able to be here either. So with all these factors considered, okay, it seems to me like it makes sense that our next major event should be an Independence Day themed event. It'll be a marathon, all right, and it'll be probably that weekend before, so that would be either July 1st or 2nd, but I'm going to aim towards the 2nd. It seems like Sunday was a really good day to do this. Oh, excuse me. So, yeah, I would say, taking a look at the dates and everything, let's tentatively set this event for Sunday, July 2nd, okay? How does that sound? Sunday, July 2nd, DSP's Independence Day Bash, or something like that, you know? Let's think about it. And here's the thing. Let's think about what we would want to do during that time. All right? What do you want to...
We need to come up with names. We need to come up with titles for this event. DSP's Great American Bashing the Bishop Celebration. Is that too much on the nose?
See me do during the Independence Day event. Obviously, there's got to be gameplay elements involved, correct? What kind of gameplay? Would you like to see me do sessions of the main games I'm playing at that time and make progress? Would you like me to see... At that point, Street Fighter 6 will be out. Would you like to see me do some themed Street Fighter 6 sets? Maybe I could play with American characters that day, like Guile or Ken. I'm trying to think who's American in Street Fighter 6. I'm trying to think of the cast right now, right? So maybe specifically pick the characters that are from the USA and try to go on streaks with them, right? Or, you know, let's think, because I'm just throwing ideas out there. What other things do you think of as like American or something that we could do for the Independence Day event, right? Now,
get a gun and shoot it in the fucking air like no tomorrow. Nothing more American than firing an automatic fucking gun in the air and going, yeah, beer in one hand, fucking AR-15 in the other. America.
the other thing is I want to do variety just like we did with the Fight and Feast. So probably there'll be some gameplay element. There'll probably be some kind of tier maker element. What would it be? I don't know. What do you think we should do? Maybe rank American food. Oh, we can rank American food.
No, nobody cares.
Against each other. So we can rank barbecue burgers versus chicken versus ribs versus mashed potatoes versus mac and cheese versus macaroni salad versus, you know what I'm saying? Like we could rank all American foods against each other. Oh, that would be neat. You know, I would say you could also do other thing. You know, we have to think. What would be things? Because if someone was like, "Oh, why don't you set off some freaking fireworks?" And I'm like, I'm not setting off fireworks in my office. That's a bad idea. Just so you know, it's a really, really bad idea. So we're definitely not doing that. Okay, but yeah, we can think. Let's brainstorm now that we kind of have this idea. And by the way, Eternal Napalm said DSP's Freedom Fest. Yeah, maybe we could do something like that. DSP's Freedom Fest Bash or something like that, right? Let's think. Let's start brainstorming names. Let's start brainstorming ideas. We now have a month. This is
freedom from fucking what? Freedom Fest? I mean, freedom from what? Because your fucking fans certainly aren't fucking free. They're under some sort of strange dictatorship. Do you fucking wield cruel control over, Phil? There is no freedom in your chat. That's what I'm sure.
excellent. We have lots of time to talk about this and plan it out and get it going. So I'm happy that we kind of got this idea early because it'll give us some ample time to plan it out over the course of June because it'll be that first weekend of July. Okay? So there you go. I think this is a great event. And I think let's start now. But I guess really the question is, I think the tier makers are going to be easier to figure out The recipes will be, you know, my wife will look up stuff over the course of June and try to find good, like, American recipes to make for food for that day. But the real question will be what gameplay element, right? I definitely think Street Fighter could be a shoe-in, but outside of that, I'm not sure what else we would want to do. So, let's think about it, okay? Sound good? You gotta love idiots like this troll right here who says, oh yeah, Phil's fans plan all his events, he's got it easy. Yes, because taking feedback from your audience so that you're doing things your audience wants is obviously a horrible idea, right? No one's ever heard of market research. No one's ever heard of constructive criticism or constructive input. That doesn't exist, right? Like, what a jackass. Anyway, so let's...
No, I mean, Phil, though, you can... That's what you always do, though. It's up to your audience to fucking determine what fucking happens in these events. That way, if it goes fucking badly and it doesn't go well at all, you can blame the audience for it. It wasn't your idea. That was what they wanted. That was what they requested. That way, if it falls flat on its fucking face, you can point the finger of blame at those idiot audience members that fucking suggested doing that event in the first place. And you can throw them straight under a fucking bus.
Again, let's brainstorm. Give me your ideas. What do you think we could think of, you know, Independence Day / Freedom Fest / whatever it is. What theme stuff could we maybe do for that day? Or it doesn't have to be, and here's the other thing I want to say. It doesn't have to be themed towards that. If you guys literally just want to see me do some gameplay of something, we could do that too. Maybe you could pick a challenging game for me to play for like an hour that I've never played before, and it kicks my ass for an hour, and we all laugh at how bad I am at it, right? Or I could actually do something that we're already playing, and we do like a session, a mini session, a 90-minute session of that game, and make some progress in that game. All these are completely valid ideas. Okay, all of them. So let's talk about it, all right? And go from there. If you guys have other ideas of what you want to see, great, let me know. But I think this is the best one only because it's themed towards something that's about to happen here. It's something that is easily, I have already, half the ideas are kind of planning themselves, coming together. So there you go. All right, so that's it. DSP's July 4th. It's not really, though, because I don't want to call it July 4th because it's not going to be on July 4th. So I can say like Independence Day or Freedom Fest, Freedom Fight. The Freedom Fight? If there's going to be Street Fighter, we should call it the Freedom Fight. DSP's Freedom Fight event. Freedom Food and Fight. Oh, no, we can't do that again. We just did a fight and feast. All right, we have time to think about this, okay? We have time to think about this. Anyway. All right, so there you go.
The American lies of DSP gaming.
Yo, let's start planning that, all right? Now, just so you guys know, I'm not abandoning DSP Reacts, all right? I'm not. Because some people might be like, now, wait a minute. So you're not doing a long-form React event. You're not really doing movie or show reviews anymore. You know, what are you doing on that channel? Well, I am going to continue to do tier makers. And what I'm thinking is probably in 2 weeks or so, we'll take a night stream away to actually do a tier maker. I think I know what it'll be. It'll probably be ranking Street Fighter characters. But because around early to mid-June, I'll have been playing Street Fighter 6 for a week or two, and I'll know what those new Street Fighter 6 characters are like, so it'll be much easier to rank those characters along with all the other characters. So we'll probably do that kind of a tier maker then. But admittedly, if you haven't noticed, there's way less content on that channel because people weren't really watching the content I was putting out. If I'm putting out a movie review and it gets 400 views and stays at 400 views, it means no one's really interested in it. You understand? So, you know, I'd be down for making more content for you guys on DSP Reacts, but I need to know what content it is. I don't want to do tier makers every week. That's too often. So if that's the case, what else do you want to see, right? What else would you like to see over there? Are there any movies or shows coming out in the next few weeks that you'd like to see? If there are, let me know. I'll try to get those on-demand services they're on, and I'll review them for you. I'm totally okay with that. But I'm not going to, kill myself over the channel when it seems like the overall feedback is the channel's good with the weekly show, right? But what else do you want? I need to feedback on what else you would like over there, okay? Because it's funny, some people are like, well, what's Phil doing? I've actually been watching, recently, the DC animated movies from the 2010s. Someone had told me a couple weeks ago, they said, did you know there was actually a second DC animated universe where they tried to have all these movies tied together for like a 7-year span? And I was like, no, I didn't even know that. And what it is there's like about a dozen movies that were made that are in the new 52 DC timeline, which I never read or experienced. So I didn't know about these rebooted characters. So I've been watching some of these movies. I saw, what was it? Justice League Flashpoint, Justice League, there's I forget what it is, like Apocalypse, Invasion of Apocalypse. And then there was a couple Batman movies I saw, like there was like a Son of Batman and Batman Bad Blood, right? So I've been watching some of these and they're pretty good. They are pretty good. Not all of them are great, but most of them are pretty good. So I'm enjoying those. But again, it's like, if I reviewed those, who would care? I just reviewed the newest one. There was one, League of Superheroes, that just came out like a week ago. I reviewed it the day after it came out. No one cared about the review. So I'm not going to just throwing out reviews willy-nilly if no one really cares about them. You understand? So let me know. I need your feedback. What do you want? Would you like me to see me review a particular movie? Does something appeal to you right now? Give me that feedback. I'd be more than happy. What I'm thinking is other movies are going to come out. For example, isn't the sequel to Dune coming out at some point? So I'll watch the first Dune movie and review it around the time the sequel comes out. That's timely. That's pertinent. That makes sense, correct? But I need those kind of ideas from you guys, okay? Because I want to do more content for the React channel, but I can't really do that much when there's not going on. But there is some good news. In June, there will be an absolute ton of stuff to react to. Because actually one of the news stories I'm going to talk about here, Summer Game Fest, June 8th. June 11th, I believe, is Sony's big event. Not Sony, Microsoft's big event. Where they're gonna, is it June 11th or is it... I forgot the date. I gotta write it down. Is it June 5th? Hold on. I have it here. It is June 11th. So, June 8th is Summer Game Fest. June 11th is the giant Xbox event. Itchy. The giant Xbox event and Starfield event. Those events, if people want, I will live react to those. I'll do a live rebroadcast / live react to them. And those could be easily good content for DSP React. This is the time of year when there's going to be ample opportunity for a lot of React style content, okay? So I'm not too worried about React content in June. I think I'm going to be reacting to a lot of online gameplay digital style things that'll give extra content for that channel, okay? But I still want your impact, your feedback, your input and feedback on what exactly you would like me to see to do on that channel. Because again, it doesn't look like there'll be a long form React this month since we're going to be planning this Independence Day event. So what do you want to see on that channel? Okay, let me know. All right. So that's that. And I'm just trying to think, are there any other odds and ends that I would like to talk about before we get to start doing shout outs and then we do Q&A and the like? I think we covered everything. I'm pretty sure we covered everything, right? And by the way, hello everyone, because a lot of people had come in during my podcast here and saying hello and everything. Hello to Turtle Dude. Hello to Jinx. Hello to Eternal Napalm, who had given the suggestion of the name of the show. A lot of people here, we're coming in saying hello, and just want to let you know, yes, I am actively here. This is not pre-recorded. Just, I'm trying to keep my train of thought, not get distracted here. Hello, Kevin. How you guys doing? Goldfish, Rebecca, Kitty, how y'all doing? Welcome. Hello, Brianna, Charles. My Ruin. How's everyone? I hope you're all doing good. 672. Am I watching the State of Play tomorrow? I'm off tomorrow. Will I get caught up on the State of Play and talk about what happens on Sony's State of Play on Thursday's podcast? Yes, but I'm not here tomorrow, so I can't do anything with that, okay? All right. Okay, PS3 Troop, how you doing? Welcome, everyone. Look at all these people. The villain's here. All right, so I think I covered everything. Now, guys, as I said, the streak is over, all right? We're back to normalcy. If you like my content, if you enjoy my streams, please support them in any way, shape, or form that you would so choose. The easiest way is by giving the stream a like. Liking helps engagement tons. It lets people find the content on YouTube and tune into it because it makes it more visible in the search results. So just simply liking the stream helps. We hit 100 likes. I'll do a celebratory bubble blow for you all. And if Jasper Kitty stays in the office, he's never seen the bubble gun in the office before. So I'm curious how he would react with me setting off the bubble gun. That'd be interesting to see, right? Okay. Now, another way to help out would be a super chat or a super sticker. These are ways to support through YouTube itself. You get a nice pop-up on the screen if you do those, and I'll give it a shout out. Memberships, super important to the channel. They help this channel in the long run, but also you guys get benefits, obviously, if you get a membership, right? You get emotes. You don't have to abide by slow mode rules in the chat. You get a cool chat crown badge to show that you're a supporter. Some people just earned their 2-year anniversary, which is the rose gold crown, which is really, really neat. Excuse me. Outside of that, many other benefits too. So please consider becoming a member, or if you're someone who wants to support the channel and the community as a whole, you can gift memberships to the community. And today, with Zelda, we'll probably have pretty good attendance on the stream. So today would be a great time to maybe give some memberships. People, I'm sure, would be very appreciative if they got some. By the way, if you're interested in getting a gifted membership, type !gift into the chat. A link should pop up. You click on it, and it should give you the option to enable a gifted membership on your account if you're eligible. Some people are not due to region and other rules on YouTube. Also, tipping. Now, tipping, huge way to support the stream. Tips are something that are great because I get a lot out of tips as opposed to other methods of contribution where chunks get taken out. Tipping, I get the most amount of. And in addition, I get tips right away. Because tips are a very important part of my business, we have tiered rewards. We raise $50 in tips, I put on Gunner glasses. Raise $100 in tips, I'll put on a hat of your choice out of the ridiculous amount of hats we have in my closet repertoire now. And of course, if we happen to hit the full tips goal of $150 today, you choose a silly vest for me to wear as well. So thanks in advance for any kind of a contribution and for supporting DSP Gaming and allowing me to do what I truly love for a living. Okay? Cool. By the way, I'm deleting a disgusting account whose name is a sexual innuendo. It's absolutely disgusting, revolting, and I banned them permanently. They're not coming back. Okay. It is now time for us to start with shout-outs, shall we? So first of all, I received a super chat from Nasty Mandy, who says the following. Phil, any interest in ever trying the Star Ocean series? Star Ocean 2 is a personal favorite, and I recommend it for the future. Good voice acting, too. I know of the Star Ocean series, but I've never played one. I've heard many good things about them. It's another one of those RPG series a lot of people seem to talk about over time, but I just never really got around to it. Maybe someday I would play it. You know what I'm really excited for later this year, if it ever comes out, because I still don't think it has a release date. The Suikoden collection. It's supposed to be Suikoden 1 and 2 redone in totally new redrawn graphics and better music and everything. Like, I can't wait. I love those games from PS1 era. They're superb, absolutely superb games. Some of the best turn-based RPGs of that era, and a lot of people never heard of them. So I would absolutely love to play that collection with you, at least playing one of them maybe this year and one next year. That I'm looking forward to a lot. But I don't think that they have a release date for it yet, which is weird because they've been like slowly showing more information about it on social media and the internet. So I've seen clips of it. I'm like, dude, it looks so good. And we just don't know when it's coming out yet. So anyway, continuing on, Big Mac did a super chat and says, F the trolls. We appreciate you and all of your content. Thank you, Big Mac. I don't really care about effing the trolls. You know, really, I don't care about that. What I care about is being able to shut out all that white noise bullshit and being able to have a great...
Well, if it was white noise, you would not fucking bring it up so goddamn often. The fact of the matter is, side-scrollers, Keemstar, Wings, Boogie, Evil Aged, Tevin. That being said, every detractor as well, but they're all in your big-ass, greasy head, living rent-free forever, in perpetuity. If it was white noise, Phil, you wouldn't fucking have such intimate details of what some of the fucking detractors are talking about, and you fucking bring up your own goddamn fucking show on a daily fucking basis to rant and rave about it, all unhinged. So Phil, if you're going to fucking claim it's white noise, you got to do a better job at fucking not knowing what the fuck it is we're actually saying.
Positive time here with my audience every single day on the channel, and that's what it's all about, so thank you for the support. I received one tip so far today. Let's take a look. I received a $2 tip from Captain James Tiberius Kirk. I want to let you know Tetris is the best movie of the year by a mile. As a gamer and a movie buff, you would be missing out bigly if you don't watch and review it. Now, did you not mention it is only available on like Apple Video, or is it Apple TV? What did you say it was on? Because I remember you saying this earlier. Captain James T. Kirk. I remember you had said that, right? You had said that it was like only on Apple. And that's so odd to me because I really don't know anything on Apple people watch. But quite frankly, it's weird that Apple has their own service, but no one really talks about it. Like Amazon Video, there's some shows on there people mention. Netflix, definitely there's shows on there people mention. Disney Plus, yeah. Paramount Plus, yeah. You know, I can name every service. You're like, yeah, there's a few things on it. You're like, Apple. The hell is on Apple that anyone watches, right? I don't know. So, is Ted Lasso on there? Is that true? I've never seen Ted Lasso. I've heard some good things about it. So is that really it? Joe Paul says, yes, I have Apple strictly just for Ted Lasso. Then I cancel it when I finish watching the season. Wow. That's pretty bad. You have an on-demand service, you only watch for one show, you get rid of it immediately, right? Anyway, so that's the thing, like, do I really want to get a whole service, right? And pay for a whole month of it just to watch the one movie, give you the review of it, and then cancel right after? If you guys really want that, I would consider it. I have to see what it costs. You know, if it's like $10 or something, maybe I would do it. But let me know if that's really what you want, and go from there, okay? All right. So thank you for the first tip of the day, Captain James T. Kirk. Severance is outstanding, and Foundation and C are good. What is Severance? I don't even know what that is. Again, here's what you have to understand, though. No one's going to care about me jumping onto a show now. Here's the difference. When the new season of The Boys comes out, whenever that will be, whether it's later this year or next year, if I jump on that show, people will probably care. That's a show that's like white hot popular, and I could have opportunity to maybe get caught up on it. I have Amazon Video, so I could watch that whenever I want, slowly get caught up on it, and then start watching The Boys when the new season comes out. That'll work. But any other show like that, like Severance, you're saying that it's already on there in several seasons or whatever, me reviewing that, no one's gonna care about that. You know what I mean? So have I seen The Boys? Okay, I will fess up, I've watched a few episodes of The Boys. I have. I've watched a few. And I think that the show is pretty good, although I do think that sometimes it seems like they're really going heavily into going ultra adult content with the sexuality and the gore in particular too, a lot of gore. And I'm like, geez. But at the same time, I get it. It's kind of like, let's write a superhero show that's ultra adult with drama and corruption and all kinds of stuff that's more adult themed instead of just being like, oh, superhero teen action stuff. It's way more adult oriented with, I like the whole corruption aspect, that the heroes aren't what they're cracked up to be, that it's all fake. I actually really like that. So I will likely watch The Boys slowly, like a slow drip feel over the course of the year. You know, where I watch all the episodes. I think it's 3 seasons, so I'll probably try to get caught up. So that way when the new show premieres, whenever the new season is, I could watch it and understand it and review it every week, just like I did with The Last of Us earlier this year. I could review every week the new episode for you guys. I'd be down for that, okay? Well, you see, that's what I mean. Dylan says, what do you think about a person getting run straight through? It's kind of gross and disgusting and shocking. You know what it kind of feels like? It's Game of Thrones with superheroes, right? Like, that's what Game of Thrones was going for. Give you medieval fantasy, but go over the top with the adult sexuality, gore, and really corruption themes. And that's essentially what The Boys is, right? But it's good. It's entertaining. It actually is riveting. It gets you caught up in it. You want to see what's going to happen next. But at the very same time, like I said, I do feel like sometimes it's already kind of going a little extreme.
That might be one of the worst takes I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, The Boys is Game of Thrones with superheroes. That is one of the worst ever takes I've ever seen. I'm not just saying that because it's DSP. That is beyond stupid.
And I'm sure it's going to probably go even more extreme. So I guess we'll see. Anyway, so yes, so likely that's something I'll definitely do later this year. Or if it is later this year. I don't know if it's later this year that the new series of The Boys is going to be out. So, really, Carlton Jr. says the show Invincible is better than The Boys, but I haven't seen any of that. What about House of Dragons, or you mean House of the Dragon? I'll be honest, I really don't have any interest in it. You know, I stopped watching Game of Thrones after like 3-4 seasons. I have no interest in going back to that, so I really don't care about the prequel series either. Honestly, it doesn't seem very, very interesting to me. The villain, I'm not watching any Final Fantasy 16 gameplay. I've said this many times. I'm sold on Final Fantasy 16. I know it's going to be a good game. I don't need to watch gameplay that's going to spoil the game for me. I've literally stayed away from everything, and I'm not going to start now. So no, I'm not watching any gameplay of it. I don't know anything about a Marvel movie body horror film. No, I'm not going to be streaming the Sony Showcase on this channel. I don't even know how to do that when I'm not here. No, I never watched Swamp Thing. Hello, Arkham. How are you? Jade, how's it going? Jade, you know, Zelda's chill fun, Jade. You know that. Zelda's is relaxing, chill fun, man. That's what it's all about. Deadpool 3. I mean, I didn't see Deadpool 2, so it's kind of hard to get excited for Deadpool 3. I do know Deadpool 3 has Wolverine as a main character, right? Which is kind of interesting. Yes, we're still doing React Days. Next week, the React Day will be Saturday like usual for DSP versus the Internet. In 2 weeks, when it's the release of Street Fighter 6, I'm going to delay it a day. So normally it would be a Saturday. I'm going to have it on a Sunday that week, so that way we can play Street Fighter 6 Friday and Saturday, and then we'll do the React Day Sunday. But outside of that, no, like we're going to be doing the React stuff regularly. It's not going to change. It's going to be every Saturday. Congrats on getting your classes canceled, Arkham. I wonder why your classes were canceled, but all right. Predictions on who the main boss is in MK1? I have no idea, because it's going to be something completely weird. You know it is. Because here's the thing, like, who could take on Liu Kang? Liu Kang is an ultimate god, right? So they're going to have to write something new. They're just going to have to. They're going to have to write something new. Unless Liu Kang is the final boss, right? That could be too. That Liu Kang is the final boss because he's basically become such a control freak that all the other people now, maybe, now here's something interesting. This would be an interesting plot, and I wouldn't even be surprised if this is what they do. So Liu Kang, after the events of Mortal Kombat 11, wants to remake everything as peace, right? But maybe he goes to the extremes because he keeps trying to enforce peace no matter what by any means. But that's not how life works. In life, look at the history of the world in general, humanity and everything. There is no peace. There's always going to be, eras of strife and war. But maybe Liu Kang doesn't understand that. And he just keeps trying to enforce the peace no matter what, to the point where now everyone rebels against him. The good, the bad, Earthrealm, Netherrealm, they team up by the end of NK1 to take down Liu Kang because they feel like he's this corrupted, very overbearing, controlling god individual, like a dictator, and they don't want that. I could see that happening. Like, during the course of the story, he thinks he's doing right by stopping cases where there's strife and stuff, but in reality, that's not the case. Like, they realize that he's a control freak, overpowered god, and they want to stop him. So maybe by the end, now, there's a power struggle to defeat Liu Kang. And if they beat Liu Kang, they become the new god, or maybe they kill Liu Kang, and now his...
Shut the fuck up, you boring bastard. All sorts of bingo. He is boring the ever-living bejesus out of me.
His power gets split. I could definitely see stuff like that happening. You can't have, like, one ultimate omnipotent character in a game like that. It wouldn't make sense. So... No, I don't know anything about spares in high school, Arkham. I don't know what that means. Oh, yes, this is a very old shirt I'm wearing. This is from my product line when I was selling my own t-shirts on the internet like 5-6 years ago. It doesn't mean anything. It's just gibberish. But it was meant to be like whenever I was going to play like a Japanese-style RPG or something, I would wear the shirt because it's kind of like a kawaii-style shirt or whatever. People liked it. It was like chibi DSP posing and everything. But you can't get these anymore. I haven't sold any shirts in several years.
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, why not? You just pissed me off today.
So, like I said, maybe eventually if someone had some ideas about new designs and things for shirts, and if someone knew of a company that would allow me to sell my products, and the company isn't a bunch of woke idiots who are going to listen to people saying that like shit I said 10 years ago is something that I do today, and then they'll shut down my shop. Because that's what happened with Teespring, which then became Spring. So over the course of me working with Teespring, they were a very reasonable company at the beginning. And then what happened is they changed their leadership, they changed their whole culture to be this woke company. And what ended up happening was my haters actually sent them clips of me like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, saying things. Look, Phil's a racist, Phil's a sexist, Phil's this, Phil's that. And they're idiots, and they believed it. Now, keep in mind, I had my Teespring for 5 years while all that stuff was on the internet, and they didn't care. But they had a shift in management and philosophy, and then they decided out of nowhere to shut down my shop. Even though my shop has absolutely nothing on it whatsoever that violates their terms of service, they just shut it down.
This, I believe, is not actually true. While also detractors did try and get Phil struck off many different kind of platforms, I believe that Phil's inactivity on Teespring for a certain amount of time, Phil didn't update his store on Teespring for like half a year. He did not touch Teespring for a long time. And because of that inactivity on his account, Teespring saw fit to fucking make his account basically just wipe it, because Phil did not even bother his arse to fucking update his store or fucking do anything because he fucking lost interest in it because it wasn't doing that fucking well. You know, things are slowed down, there's no new designs or anything, he just fucking let it sit there, gather dust. So because he didn't go anywhere fucking near it, Teespring have a fucking clause in their stipulation that says if your fucking store's inactive, we can just get rid of it. Because we're not going to fucking host a fucking, you know, a shop, we're just going to be inactive. But Phil, of course, needs to fucking turn into some sort of strange victim, I'm poor, woe is me, some sort of fucking narrative here. So Phil turns it into the mentally ill detractors got me took off fucking Teespring because of things I said 10 years ago, and fuck the fuck off. You're a lazy bastard and didn't even bother to update a fucking store, and they had nothing hosting your fucking ass.
It was the same time when they were getting me kicked off of Twitch, when they were getting me kicked out of other services and things. They did it to everyone all at once, all right? So I've purposefully stayed away from doing any merch because I just wanted things to kind of calm down. At this point now, I've gotten rid of all my old branding and stuff that could be construed to be something bad, you know? And now I just want to be me and do fun, positive content for you guys and kind of get rid of all those old bad associations that people always made with my name. But the question is there going to be a company out there that's going to give me a fair shake? Or am I going to create a cool product line of products, start selling it, and then within 2 weeks of me doing that, my haters message the company and they're idiotic and they believe everything they say and then they kick me off again. So there's no point if that's the case. I don't want to waste my time. You see? So let me know, you know, if you guys have any ideas of places that do this kind of stuff, merch or whatever, that if you know if they're legit, you know, let me know. All right? So there you go. Can we have Jasper on a shirt? I mean, you could. I could try to get like a high definition shot of him. And someone could maybe make a logo with Jasper, a high-definition Jasper shot. It's doable.
Whoa. Are you planning to monetize your fucking pets? Didn't you fucking have a go at other YouTubers that fucking did that? Hold the fuck on, Phil. I'm sure you fucking had a real angry fucking rant about other content creators that monetize their fucking pets for personal gain. And as soon as somebody mentions it on your channel, you're like, hey, maybe I can do that. Maybe I can get a really good high-definition picture and someone else can make a logo. Holy fuck, Phil, you fucking hypocrite. As usual, Phil outs himself as a big, massive hypocrite where he doesn't care about monetizing that poor fucking cat.
Well, sure, if people really wanted that, I don't see why not. See, that's the thing. They did. Because someone says a company should do research before they do a partnership. They did. Teespring, listen to this. Teespring reached out to me in 2017 when I was becoming a full-time streamer and I announced to everyone I was going to become a full-time streamer. I'm not kidding you. Teespring contacted me to sell my merch. And they worked with me to make my first product line. They designed the whole first slew of shirts that I ever sold on the site. So they knew who I was. They knew about all of my content. All of it. and then within 5 years decided, oh, we don't want to be with this guy anymore and kick me off the site. With no notification, no discussion. Again, internally, they had a weird culture shift where anyone who I guess is deemed as problematic on the internet should not be on Spring. Well, guess what? I didn't do anything wrong. In fact, in the 5 years that I was on Spring or Teespring, I actually got better as a person and a content creator, but they decided the things that I had done 10, 15 years in the past were so egregious that I couldn't be on their site anymore, despite the fact they had sold my products for 5 years. I mean, you want to talk about a ass backwards, stupid as fuck company? That's Spring in a nutshell. You can't even make it up. That's how bad their philosophy and how they're run. I mean, what a bunch of idiots. So, I don't want to deal with a company like that. Like I said, I want to deal with a company that is going to be fair and is not going to be stupid as shit and just on a knee-jerk reaction because a couple trolls send them some bullshit that they just believe everything and they kick me out. It's too much work and effort to have logos and everything drawn up and made and designing the merch and putting all that work into it, and then they take it all away for no reason. I'm not going to waste my time on that. So, if anyone has ideas, I need to know what ideas you would have for a place that would sell that kind of stuff, okay? Let me know. Willow, you ask the most absolutely ridiculous over-the-top questions. I don't know why you slam me with these ridiculous questions. Have I ever ridden a unicycle? What do you think? Do I look at the kind of guy who'd be riding a unicycle? Do I even have the body type for that? I mean, good lord. Good afternoon, Violent Riot. How are you? Kevin, thank you for re-upping your membership. He says, I don't want to be spoiled. I'm only going to do audio. Oh, you're not going to watch the stream? So you're actually playing Zelda yourself? That's respectable. If you don't want to be spoiled on Zelda, I hear you. Carliga says, I sent a tip with some small news. We have some news stories I want to cover. So we'll get to those right now, because I almost forgot about them. But no tip has come through yet, Carliga, just so you know. Nothing yet. Okay, some quick news stories. I almost forgot. News story number 1. Final Fantasy 16 currently has no plans for any kind of a day one patch or fix. The company is basically feeling very confident in the game's build and feels like right now what they have is ready to be sold and played. That's pretty impressive. Most games these days are rushing to the finish line. You know what I'm saying? They're absolutely running full speed ahead to the finish line to reach it and be like, okay, last minute, here's a ginormous patch to hit you and get every, you know what I mean? That's very interesting to me. In addition to that, they're planning no DLC whatsoever. They've got no non-game tie-ins or anything like that at all planned. So, for example, with Final Fantasy 15, if you remember, they had a whole movie called Kingsglaive that if you watched it, it gave you supplemental explanations and everything about the characters, and it really did add to the game, but most people didn't see it, okay? But they actually referenced those events in the game, which is kind of stupid. There's nothing like that in Final Fantasy 16. They're basically saying, again, they're very confident in what they've created. The quality of the game, the quality of the story and the narrative, they feel like it should be an actual standalone game that works. And that's rare in this day and age. It is. I say that's to be respected, applauded, and if this game is good, which seems like it will be, I hope it is, we might have a masterpiece on our hands. That would be amazing to see that, wow, a game company that took their time, they developed it properly, right? I'd be down for that, for sure. So, let's see. Let's see what happens when it comes out in late June. But, there you have it. Now, also, we've got, hold on. So during Summer Game Fest, for those who don't know, Summer Game Fest is coming up June 8th, okay? And during Summer Games Fest, here's what's going to happen, okay? It's going to be the first world premiere of gameplay and a big, like, reveal expose of Mortal Kombat 1. Because we've all seen the narrative trailer, which is great, but we don't know anything about the game itself yet. So we're going to get our first actual, you know, hands-on explanations from Ed Boon himself, the man behind the company, will be there to present Mortal Kombat 1 at Summer Games Fest. For those who don't know, Summer Games Fest is Thursday, June 8th, and yes, I will be covering it live, okay? All right. Also, there is a lot of problems going on currently with Nintendo. If you guys didn't hear, Nintendo is essentially in the process of trying to shut down all kinds of emulation and modification. Their latest hit is against the Nintendo 3DS. Now, first of all, for the record, the Nintendo 3DS is out of print, all right? They are definitely not, they're definitely not being made. You can't buy a brand new 3DS that was just manufactured. They stopped manufacturing them, right? It's an outdated piece of hardware. So the fact that Nintendo is pushing out an update for this is kind of weird. Why would Nintendo be pushing out an update for the Nintendo 3DS? Well, it's not a good news situation. Listen to this. Nintendo pushed out an update for the 3DS that essentially has shut down all hacking and emulation whatsoever on the console. Period. Okay? So, basically, here's what people are saying in a nutshell. This is just a new level of antagonism. Because the 3DS, first of all, it's no longer being produced. You can't buy games for it anywhere anymore because they shut down the digital marketplace, right? And essentially what Nintendo is trying to do is make everything inaccessible. They're actually finding value in making it hard to play their games. So if you can't hack the 3DS, then you have to buy a physical copy of their game for an exorbitant amount of money somewhere to play it on that system, right? They're basically making, you can't emulate, you can't hack, you can't do anything with it. The question is, if this is out of print, if they don't care, if the end of life, it's over, the product run is done, why are they patching it now? What value are they seeing? It's not like they're selling new 3DSs. They're not selling new 3DS games anywhere where they're making profit. So literally this patch doesn't benefit Nintendo from a profit standpoint. So why are they doing it? Essentially, they are so controlling over their products that they don't even care if they benefit from it. They just don't want other people to have the satisfaction of enjoying it without their official say-so. Seriously, that's exactly what it is, right? How dumb is that? I think it's stupid. I think if you decided your product line's over...
Wait, what do you mean how fucking dumb is that? For you don't fucking know what I fucking talk. How often have you fucking bitched and whined about fucking like things like Dark Days Mirror and all these fucking mentally ill restreamers? You've always bitched and whined about fucking other detractors restreaming your fucking content. And you fucking wanting to fucking strike down all these fucking channels that fucking do so, apparently illegally, in your strange twisted opinion, which is wrong by the way. Fuck you, you fucking wee hypocrite. You pretend to be so fucking upset about fucking Nintendo doing this when you know fucking better yourself. Try strike down fucking detractor channels that are fucking doing things in fair use.
Over or whatever, and you're not gonna make any money on it, then let everyone else enjoy it out there, right? But that's not what Nintendo said. Nintendo says, nope, sorry, we only want you to buy through official channels, we only want you to buy, you know what I mean? That's kind of ridiculous, especially because they shut down their digital marketplace. You can't buy the games over the internet anymore. They're actually saying to you now, because you can't hack it, just go buy a physical copy somewhere for an exorbitant amount of money at some convention or on eBay or something. That's crazy. The worst part about that is, what about posterity purposes, right? Since you can't hack this thing anymore, now what happens to games that maybe they're not able to be backed up or whatever? Are those games just disappear forever? It's kind of stupid. Now, this is a big problem for people who like Nintendo, and in particular, people are up in arms because they never really done that kind of stuff before. You know what I mean? So, people are just outright confused. Very confused. Okay? Me too. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Let's see here. I think I did actually receive a tip, by the way. I did. Okay. Carliga, it looks like it was your tip came through. Cool. Okay, I'll shout that out in a sec because I just saw it came through. Okay, so there you go. I don't know. What do you guys think? What's the purpose of patching a handheld console so many years later when it's already after its end of life and basically making it so people can't do what they want with it? I think it's pretty dumb. I think that's dumb. You know, it's one thing if it's an active console, you're actively selling it, you want to control your IPs, you want to make it so that people aren't getting everything for free. That I understand. But it's kind of like they just don't want anyone to have any fun with nothing. You know? They're ridiculous. It's about setting a precedent to... Well, that is true. So there is a way to avoid it. Just don't get the update. If you don't connect your Nintendo DS to the internet to get this update, it won't affect it. But how many people probably just had that on by default and downloaded it and like, oh shit, now they're done. Now they can't do their hacking stuff anymore. They didn't realize this was going to happen. Like, who would have predicted this would have happened? I certainly wouldn't have. It's kind of ridiculous, no? Okay, so I received a $1 tip from Carliga. So thank you to Carliga. Let's see what Carliga has to say. Some bad news. Relic Entertainment, who's owned by Sega, they've developed games such as Company of Heroes, Homeworld, Warhammer 40k Dawn of War, and Age of Empires 4, announced massive layoffs. 1/3 of their staff. Well, I think you just explained it. Listen to what you just said. Let's reread that, okay? Company of Heroes, Homeworld, Warhammer 40k Dawn of War, Age of Empires 4. Are any of those games prominent? Or even, like, noteworthy today? You know what I'm saying? Like, probably Age of Empires 4 was the most recent one, maybe? But Tech companies in general have been scaling back in a lot of ways. And when you take a look at their games library there, is there anything there that's really done great or anything that's been pertinent in the last 5+ years, that stands out? No, not really. So that says to me, sadly, that's a company that may have, in some cases, lost some relevance. And therefore they're forced to do that. They might not want to. Maybe they're working on a bunch of new exciting projects. You don't know, but, there's not much you can do about that. Especially now, what we're finding is that there's so much competition. There's so much going on in the realm of games with just, the whole cutthroatedness. So Carliga says, Company of Heroes 3 just released. I don't even know. I don't know what that is. He says, it sold about 300 to 500,000 copies, made about $20 million. The real-time strategy genre in general is too niche. I mean, yeah. This is what I keep saying, and people don't want to listen to me. They don't. They always give me shit. All right? But it's time to listen for once, okay? Guess what? PC gaming is nowhere near as prominent as it used to be. It doesn't matter what you want to believe. It doesn't matter what stats you want to selectively proclaim as your evidence of this. The truth is that PC exclusive gaming is not as prominent as it used to be. A lot of games at launch don't even run well on PC, and these PC exclusive style games like RTS games aren't selling like console games do. They do not, and it's time to stop with the bullshit and believing all this nonsense, the smoke that blows up PC gamers' asses. It's just not true. You can sit here and selectively grab statistics all day. It doesn't make it any better of a situation for you if you're an exclusive PC gamer. RTS games are on the way out because they're mostly PC exclusive. It's not easy to play an RTS game on a console. Consoles are the premier way that most people are playing video games. Deal with it. Look at the sales numbers of consoles. Look at the sales of games on consoles. You can't argue that the console is the dominant force in gaming today. Sorry, you can't. There's actually no way you can argue PC versus console unless you want to only selectively pick specific statistics that make the PC look better than it is, which you can do. I know how statisticians do it. I know how they pay the marketing gurus to do this shit. It's all bullshit. Why do you think a company like this is not doing very well? Because they're making games for PC only and it's not selling enough. And there's nothing you can do about that, all right? So you got to deal with reality, man. You have to at some point. The big sellers are all on console, right? You got your GTA 5 that made billion, bajillion, trillion dollars. Stupid GTA Online, right? You got your freaking Skyrim that sold 4,000 times. Call of Duty, which is the biggest game every single freaking year, that sells insanely on consoles. Insane amounts of consoles, okay? Again, you can selectively pick statistics. It won't change facts. It won't. It's hilarious because you hear things like, oh, consoles are on the way out. No, actually, consoles are selling more than ever. You don't know what you're talking about. It's actually the opposite. The Switch has sold insane amounts for Nintendo, and only now, after the Switch being out for, 6 years, have they finally announced that, yes, it is slowing down in sales because literally everyone fucking has one who wants one. There's no one else who wants to buy one because we have them already, So, I just hate to say that, but yeah, that's the truth, all right? You can argue it all you want. Go ahead and look at the true sales statistics, and you're going to understand this. Compare Company of Heroes 3 to a game that was a console game, and look at the sales numbers, and you tell me. It's undeniable at this point. And yes, that is correct, because this is what everyone tries to ignore in the discussion. Mobile games are bigger. Mobile games are the biggest. Mobile games are the best sellers, the biggest sellers. They make the most money because they're free to download, and immediately people put money into them, and it makes an insane amount of money. You see? So that's the truth, is that mobile gaming is where it's at. Mobile gaming is the biggest profitability, and no one even wants to talk about that. They pretend like it's not part of the discussion, when it absolutely is. In reality, it's like, mobile games are so high, they're above my logo. The mobile game sales numbers would be like way up here, and then you've got console games like here, and then you got PC like here. Anyway. Kevin did a super chat. He says it's all about what's cheaper. Most people are cheap. I mean, honestly, Kevin, if you want to know the truth, I actually don't think that's the case. I think it's a matter of accessibility at this point. Because let's be honest. Consoles aren't cheap anymore. PS5 is what, $500 for the good one? Am I right? Is it $499 still? Right? And you can get a gaming PC for about $500, $600, maybe $700, but it's accessibility. It's, oh, I bought the console. Immediately, I can play all the games on the console out of the box. Versus, oh, I bought a gaming PC, but I have to build it to save money. And once I build it, now I got to troubleshoot it for 400 hours. Now I got to install the game. Oops, now the settings don't work. Now I got to sit there, doing shit with this game for an hour, 2 hours before I can even play it. It's a very different experience. I'm not saying that if you tweak your PC experience, it's not going to be better. It is. In most cases, you play a game on PC with good hardware, you're going to get an optimal gaming experience out of that. But it's accessibility. Today, people want instant gratification. They don't want a bunch of fucking work to get their fun. You know, like, video games are supposed to be fun. Video games are supposed to be entertainment and unwinding from your real life. Now, I'm already stressed the fuck out for my real life. I come home to play a game and I gotta fuck with my PC now to get the game to work. I just want to fucking go home and plop down on my couch, pick up this controller, and play a game for an hour or two. This is what people want today. Why do you think this is so prominent? You don't even need this. It's already in your hand. It's your fucking phone, and now you can play it on here. You see? That's what it's all about.
Prophet is asking what happened. Where do you even fucking begin? He went in some mad random fucking rant about Nintendo and some sort of older... Oh my fucking god. I actually tuned out for a lot of that. Holy fuck, man. I need to throw water in my face or something, man. I was falling asleep listening to him ranting there. Jesus Christ, man. Let's explore the thumbnail. That could be a good thumbnail right there. We'll see what Phil does here, hold on.
Jasper Katie, where'd you come from?
Nah. Jesus Christ. Maybe that face right fucking there. The double chin, this little... There we go, that one right there. This one right here. Least flattering face in my opinion. Let's see how this looks. Okay. We are one burp away, by the way, from a free space. Phil needs to burp one more time before he starts recording for gameplay for YouTube, and we'll have a free space for the bingo card. That's an excellent little crop out right there. Fantastic stuff indeed. Jesus Christ. So yeah, we are 5 away from a full house here. 5 more things to go until we get an absolute full house. Remember guys, like the stream. If we get 100 likes on this very stream, that's also a free space. So fingers crossed we can get all the free spaces we need to get a full house for today's bingo fun and games.
Jasper Kitty, where'd you come from? Where'd you come from? Jasper Cat. Okay. Kevin says, what are you staring at me for? Kevin says graphic cards are $800 alone for the cheapest one. That's completely false. The cheapest graphics card is not $800, Kevin. You're massively exaggerating now. But thank you for the super chat. Okay. Jasper sleeps on the bed. Jasper sleeps on the ottoman at the edge of the bed. Jasper sleeps on the floor. Jasper sleeps under the bed. Jasper sleeps wherever he wants. And also, Jasper moves at night. So there'll be nights when we're asleep, and then all of a sudden we wake up, we look, and he's like snuggled next to one of us, or between us sometimes. Wherever he wants to go in the bedroom, that's where he goes. He's got free reign. Ah, he licked my toe. So happened this morning, like, my wife had to go to work early, so she got up to go to work. He wakes up, and now he's trying to knead the bed, knead me, wake me up. He's snuggling me. He's doing all this stuff. I'm like, oh my God, just want to sleep.
And why do you want to sleep? Is it cause you're tired? Yes? Okay, I'll count it. Yeah, I'm not in any mood to fucking deal with Phil's shit today, man. I want to get a fucking full house. So that's close enough to me to him saying tired. Him saying he wants to just fucking sleep is pretty much him saying he's tired.
Carlton says, I feel bad for games that make these style of games. It seems like those genres are going to be capped natively because of the lack of revenue. There's gonna be a change. There's absolutely gonna be a shift and a change. I do feel that. You know, I don't know when exactly it's gonna happen, but I absolutely feel a change is coming. For better or worse, it remains to be seen. But a change is coming, my friends. Okay. All right, guys, we still got a little bit of time. You got any questions or anything for me? Want to tag me in the chat or any last minute contributions for me to shout out? Now would be the time for it. Before we finish the show, we adjourn the show, and then we get ready for Zelda. Okay. No, Jade Van Zill, I just talked about it. There's no way I'm going to be able to play Lord of the Rings Gollum. I've really got to focus on the games I'm playing right now, which is Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Zelda, finishing Oblivion, getting as far into it, maybe finishing Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster. You know, I got to focus on that for the next week and a half until Street Fighter 6 comes out, and then that's going to be a focus, so I don't have time for Gollum. Maybe in the future, if it's a good game, you know, maybe I'll be interested in it. For now, it's definitely not something I'm going to be getting, so... Can I do a tier list of Final Fantasy villains? Perhaps. That could be a tier maker we do one day. Rank all the Final Fantasy villains against each other? Sure, maybe. Why not? Keep in mind that a lot of them, I will, like, for example, what's the guy in the first game? I know him. I can't remember his name, but I remember the villain for the first game. Obviously, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably 9, 10, and then maybe 15 or 13. Like, it's going to be hard. There's some I didn't play. So some of them I'm not going to be able to be ranking, you know. But that could be an idea. That could be an idea. I just got a $1.30 tip from an anonymous tipper. On the topic of handheld and mobile games, would you be interested in covering a new Nier game? Or revisiting the 3DS takes place 3,000 years after Nier Automata has some interesting lore. Recloned survivors are being stuck in space and controlled by the hidden Gestalt network. What? Are you saying it's a mobile game? It's a mobile game that's Nier Automata, but it's its own unique storyline? I mean, I don't know how on earth that would work. If you have more information on that, perhaps I would consider, you know, looking into it, but that certainly sounds like a weird one to me. Okay. Alright, guys, last chance, or else we'll adjourn the show for today. Let's see what last stuff to talk about here. Do I think hardcore gamers play mobile games? Yeah, but I think that they would play them for different reasons. Like I said, mobile games are not necessarily games that have a crazy, interesting, long, you know, stringing narrative, real great character development, or even, honestly, any kind of complex gameplay elements. Mobile games are meant to be games, you sit down, you can jump right into them. You can play them right off the bat. They're easy to play, they're addictive, they're simple but fun, but they have an element where you have to spend to keep playing or winning. That's how they become addictive, and that's how people keep getting caught into that vicious cycle of spend on them. So, yeah, like, I could see, if you're a hardcore gamer, you play your console game, your PC game, that's your core gaming experience. But then, when you're just looking to relax, and like I said, when I used to play mobile games, and I do still play mobile games today, just not to the extent I used to. It used to be a thing for me that I would do when I was doing other stuff. So I'd be watching a movie, but I've also have a mobile game out that I'd be playing while I played the movie. So it's kind of like double use of your time. You're like multitasking, right? Like that seems to be like the biggest thing. You know, actually focusing on the game fully might not be even a thing that a lot of people do. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. If you're going to be playing a real game, if I'm playing God of War Ragnarok, if I'm playing Zelda, right? I want to be giving that my attention, right? As opposed to a mobile game, you're just tapping away while you're doing other shit. That's the way I see it anyway. Okay. I never played Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. No, I have not. I know what it is, but I never played it. Bloom Kid did a super chat. Says, watch the freemium ain't free episode of South Park, one of the best episodes of the series. It's about mobile games.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Give it Kel Denson for a super chat. It says, careful, Phil. Careful. Yeah, keep in mind, Phil is pretending he does not play WWE Champions and he is not actively fucking addicted to that fucking game right now. I just love the fucking false bullshit act he puts on for his audience when the rest of the world is convinced and believes what the detractors say about Phil playing WWE Champions every single day. Without fail, every single fucking day. In fact, let's check in on the latest fucking statistics. Hold on. Let's search Down from the Rafters. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Down from the Rafters. Well, would you look at all that shit? So let's look at the latest details for Down from the Rafters. Phil has been playing the game 2,293 days. He has been playing the game now consecutively every single day for 1,938 days. He has a better relationship, a longer relationship with his mobile game than he does with his fucking wife. That's right, he spent his honeymoon night playing WWE Champions. Of course, a couple new cards as well, not shit, including this one here, Queen's Arena, so there we go. Yeah, he is still wailing away in the fucking game without hesitation. He's a license to, I mean, all the money's been given lately, he's a license to fucking wail away in the game. So, there you go. There's where all the fucking hard-earned money that Phil has been getting from his audience, there's where all fucking Jinx's money's gone. Poor Ryan. Fucking giving Phil thousands of fucking dollars just so Phil can blow it on the WWE Champions. Poor little Ryan. Will somebody think of poor Ryan?
Kid did a super chat. Says, watch the freemium ain't free episode of South Park, one of the best episodes of the series. It's about mobile games. There you go. Freemium ain't free. So it's like freedom isn't free, freemium ain't free. There you go. I played Genshin Impact. Yes, I did. When it was new, I played it for like a month. Never spent $1 on it, but I did play it. You're having a great Mr. Freeze, Arkham. Those are good. Those are like the icy thing. Those are pretty good. All right, guys. It's time to adjourn the show. Thanks for being a great audience. Thanks to anyone who contributed or supported or engaged. And this is the last podcast of the week. It's been a great podcasting week. I thank you all. What I would like to do is take this opportunity to say we are almost into a fighting game frenzy coming up in June. I absolutely will be into fighting games again with Street Fighter 6. And for those of you who are fans of fighting games, I think we're going to have a great time together. If not, I hope you'll still give it a chance. Because I do feel like you may actually end up liking the stuff that I put out. Because I'm not a high-level arcade player. I'm not going to be trying to play competitively in tournaments. But I'm going to try to put out a lot of entertaining content for you. So, June 2nd, the launch of Street Fighter 6. If you can't tell, I'm getting hype. I hope that you'll join me for the content. But anyway, thanks for watching the podcast, guys. I'll see you next time. All right. There we go. Very nice. So, let us now get set up. And I do need to take a break to use the restroom today. Nature is calling me. So I will take like a 5-minute break or so before we start. But please don't leave. If you do, well, how dare you? It's very upsetting that you would leave the stream just when I'm about to start with the gameplay you've been waiting for the whole time. All right? But, ooh, webcam is not the right size. Is that right? I can't even tell. It's probably off. I'm going to have to adjust it. I'll probably have to adjust it once we get the gameplay on there. But anyway, all right. So, guys, let's do a brief break. All right? And I will come back in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes or so, probably 5, after my restroom break. And we're going to jump back into Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and I will need your feedback on what to do. So thank you all, and I'll see you in just a few minutes. And let's do it.
And of course, fucks off, and he's going to turn music on, which means I'm going to mute the fucking stream. Because fuck, listen to that crap. Of course, we are behind. We have some catch-up juice here. But he's not going to be back yet, is he? That's us live right now, essentially with Phil. And still it's his fucking shitey music, so we're actually fucking caught up to real-time Phil, where he's no back yet from his little fucking bathroom / WWE Champions break. Now, I'm taking some creative liberties here. Phil trying to compare himself to other fucking prominent Street Fighter players there, right at the end, so that ticked off YouTuber jealousy. We are 3 away from a full house. Remember though, if we get 100 likes on this very stream, that'll earn us a free space. If Phil burps one more time, that'll be a free space. JWH asked me to check if he's online. I don't think I'm able to do that here. I don't think this will let me check if he's online here. You have to be using the WWE Champions app to determine if somebody's online or not. So, I have no way to determine that myself, sadly. And still on the Phil's no back. But, yeah. So we need Phil to fucking burp one more time. Oh, we've hit 100 likes, so thank you very much, guys, for liking the stream enough to earn a free space. And because of that, as well as a free space, here is your reward, courtesy of Pixar Animations and his sick, twisted little mind.
Oh, yo, that smells really, really good. I love it.
And there we fucking go. So we have one free space locked in, which means we only need 2 of these things to essentially happen. So let's just wait and see what happens when Phil returns from his WWE Champions break. Is he still away? Fuck me, get your fucking arse back here, Phil. Jesus Christ, man. Let's have a wee browse on Twitter and see what's fucking happening on Twitter, shall we? Stevie Red is displaying a fucking new t-shirt. What the fuck is Stevie Red fucking modelling here? When the fabric underneath the print folds, it looks fucking amazing. Holy fucking shit. It goes all more stroke side fill on the fucking face. Fuck me, man. Oh, here we go. A little update here. TJ has given the latest update to you. Let's see. An hour ago. Thought you would catch me slipping, Phil. New golf event for one day. $300 saw. So Phil has spent $300 on this golf event thing so far from WWE Champions. Good old TG Gamebox with the fucking updates, and it's just logging Phil's spending this. It's always reliable. I think it goes underappreciated sometimes, the amount of effort TG puts into fucking keeping an eye on Phil's spending antics. But there we fucking go. Big shout out to TG Gamebox for that. Presented with a comment. Hate Army. What's he saying? Sally says so no new PC? Yeah, this is what I saw at the start of the stream. Certainly not broke, but also not able to frivolously spend at this time. Holy fucking shit, man. I spoke with my wife overnight. That's right, Phil said it earlier on.
We talked yesterday a little bit about what should the next event be. And, you know, I had some ideas over the course of yesterday. I actually spoke with my wife, Kat, overnight. We actually came up with some ideas.
I spoke with my wife, Kat, overnight. Who fucking talks like that? Holy fucking shit.
Tentatively.
Oh god.
Tentatively.
Oh my god.
Tentatively.
I'm stuck.
Tentatively.
We're stuck.
Tentatively.
Oh my god.
Tentatively.
No. Everyone stop.
Tentatively.
I left the page.
Tentatively.
No. Shut up. Thank fuck for that. Holy shit. It wouldn't end. Okay. Right. Is Phil still not fucking back yet? Fuck me, man. He must have really fucking having a great time with his golf event going on. Jesus Christ. Dover and Dolly's asking, did Phil stand up? Let's just wait for Phil to get back. I have a feeling we will be able to tick off standing up when Phil comes back, put it that way. But we need to wait for Phil to come back. Right now he's still away, trying to wipe his arse, but sadly he can't reach. Those noodle arms can only get so far. Apparently, I have a fucking stream from last month which has been partially blocked. Hold on. While we wait for Phil to get back, I'll just look into this. A stream I did last month was partially blocked on copyright ground claims. What the fuck did it? It's not a copyright strike, but it's just a partial block. Why has that happened? Content appeared for 15 seconds, so it's been blocked in Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan, Russia and Sri Lanka. Fuck me, man, what the hell's that about? Because I played like 15 seconds of some random content? What the fuck? Oops. Oh, I see. I was asked to fucking play a random wrestling clip. And because of that, got banned in 10 countries, apparently. Fuck me, Jesus Christ. Anyway, mystery solved. Okay. We're still waiting for Phil to get back from stream. He has been on his break for a long fucking time. Jesus Christ, man. He has zero consideration for his audience. So, I'm going to turn the music up, guys. You guys can enjoy some high quality Dragon tunes while we wait for Phil to get back.
Questions about it? Yo, juicy, tangy, moist.
Of course, as soon as I do that, the second I do that, he gets back. But, look what's happening. He is standing up. So, let's see what's happening, okay? Let's see what's happening.
Guys, I used the restroom, I come...
Here we go.
Well, it's happened again, guys. I used the restroom, I come back, and Jasper Kitty is in my chair. Looking so cute.
He is standing up so we can tick it.
Paw on his foot. Crossed over. And he won't move, he tries to bite. That's it. Oh, how dare you. How dare you. Get out of my chair.
We are one away from a full house,
Okay.
guys. We are one away.
Now it is time for us to get ready, my friends. Alright. So, are we ready? What, have anyone thought about what we should do today? Remember, we're currently in the depths
we had just done that optional boss fight and unlocked the ability to do basically the auto builds. But do you want me to continue to explore the depths, or should we go back to the surface and try to explore further there and look for maybe, you know, head towards a new area? What do you guys think we should do today? I'm all ears on your suggestions. Here we are. Finish the depths. All right, here we go. All right, everyone, welcome back to...
Seriously? Seriously, is that it? What a very underwhelming fucking intro to the fucking gameplay, Phil. Jesus Christ, man. Eileen's asking if a word is on the bingo card, does it count if Phil reads the word in a tip that someone else wrote? Sometimes. It's a weird one. We have had sometimes in the past where people do try and bait Phil into saying things for the card. And sometimes we will leave it up to chat, essentially, to decide whether it should count or not. Sometimes Phil will read a message, and if he fucking if he freely chooses to fucking expand on the message itself and talk about himself more and more, then I usually count it. But yeah. But sadly though, for today, I think we've got to call it. We're one away. We had one free space thanks to you guys liking the stream, but we only had 9 burps. We didn't get that 10th burp. And Phil certainly hasn't fucking that close to 100 likes either, so Jesus Christ. One away the second day in a row. Fucking, that's a fucking boot in the balls. I'm taking off YT pose just for the sake of fucking, you know, symmetry. So it's only that one fucking left, but that's annoying. That is annoying as all hell. But sadly, it is what it is. There's always Thursday. We will be back Thursday. Back stronger and better than ever. Fucking more robust, you know. We'll be fucking raring to go. Phil will be fresh from his fucking day off, and he'll have so much fucking amazing stories from his day off. Like how many stairs he walked down, and all the shops he went to, and the time he fucking tried to find butter, and all that crap, you know. All these amazing stories to fucking look forward to on Thursday. So guys, whatever you're doing Tuesday, enjoy the rest of Tuesday, whatever you end up fucking doing. And of course Wednesday as well, enjoy whatever happens on Wednesday for Phil's precious day off. Remember, people like that being said, will be live on Wednesday with your usual entertaining content. Steve the Dead has made a recent video, uploaded earlier on today, 5.5 hours. You want something to fucking do? Are you looking for content to fill some time with Phil being off? Steve the Dead made a 5.5 hour long video. There you fucking go, and go crazy. But guys, I'm going to wrap things up from me today. Thank you for being here, I do appreciate it. Sadly we couldn't get a full house, but we'll try again on Thursday when we come back from Phil's precious day off. So until then guys, have a good one, and I'll catch you all later on Thursday. I'm going to end things how we always end things, by playing Notorious P.I.G. Contributions, made by the excellently talented Pixar Animation. So guys, I'm going to catch you all later on. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside, and all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky, and you raise your face up. You're like, oh, you start dancing. You go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that, in an instant.